sunny and 89. A strong cold front, a dry cold front coming through Saturday night. Sunday, what a day. Sunshine and great low humidity and 83. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
At the moment, sunshine and 84. The feels like is 87. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
This report is sponsored by Metro Transit.
All summer long, Metro Day Passes from Metro Transit are just $5, so you can take a summer daycation anytime because your air-conditioned, no-gas to buy super safe, super clean Chariot awaits. Buy yours at metrostlouis.org. That's metrostl.org.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Wednesday to you. Man, what a difference the temperature makes, doesn't it?
Oh, man. Unbelievable.
I walked out this morning to put my trash out about 6:30 or 7, and I was like shocked. Like, it had a physical effect on my body. I'm like, oh, my God.
You're like, hey, it's not terrible.
Well, I think the heat... I mean, you guys can speak for yourselves, but I think the past couple of days, once that heat's been going on for a certain period of time, it really affects your mood in a way where it's like, it's subconscious. You can't help it. It just, things seem more bleak.
Yeah.
I'm personally like more irritable.
Yeah.
So you take that pressure away and it's like I'm a brand new person.
No, we've noticed that about you.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we've been talking about it.
I'm sure you have.
Like, I hope this heat wave breaks. Hey, Vic. Join us on the...
I looked at the door. Like, who's here?
So sometimes you guys can see comments on your computers that I can't see, and I'm always like, what's going on?
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I don't
weird.
see Vic's comment.
Yeah. He says, happy Wednesday.
Well, happy Wednesday to you too, Vic.
You can join us on the stream on Facebook or YouTube and just kind of watch us do what we do. National Radio Day today.
Mm-hmm. It's a federal holiday, right?
Should be.
Yeah.
It is.
Should be.
Well,
Appreciate the listeners.
No,
Very much.
radio's been a big deal. Like, I was listening to Chris and Amy talk about it today, and I have sort of similar stories in that the very first radio station I ever listened to was KMOX because that's what my mom and dad listened to. And back in the 70s when I was little, it was 24/7. I mean, almost literally. My mom was a terrible, terrible sleeper, and she had a little cute little speaker, looked like a donut, that she would put under her pillow every night and listen to KMOX. And so it was always on. And I've told the stories before when I was a teenager and my dad and I had nothing to talk about, we would listen to Buck and Shannon do the Cardinals games. We could talk about that. And the morning march I hated because it was when I was eating my cereal, getting ready for school, and I didn't want to go to school. And then it's like, and then, hearing J.C. Corcoran the first time in 1984 when I was young and full of, Watt and vinegar, and, my relationship with Stephen D.C. And it's just crazy that I ended up making my living at it for 25 years. Just weird. Life's weird.
did not expect that.
Did not see that one coming.
Nope.
No, did not expect it.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia article for radio in the United States. In 1923, 1% of U.S. households owned at least one radio receiver.
1%.
1%. By 1931, a majority of American households and 75% owned a radio receiver by 1937.
Cool.
It spread like wildfire.
It's a anniversary for Kevin, too, right?
Close to it.
Oh, never mind then.
I don't know the exact date because I'm stupid and I don't pay attention to those things. But this is This month is the 19th year since I moved to St. Louis to start at KMOX.
Nice.
Oh,
And then
very
I had that
cool.
little gap in there, so I haven't been here 19 years. But
Yeah.
You know.
You've been in St. Louis.
But yeah, crazy that's that long. So we were figuring it out. Like, how old were you, Andrew? 16?
16.
That's
weird.
Stupid. That's stupid.
Yeah, that's weird. Amy said she'd forgotten about the morning march until I just brought it up. Oh, I hated it. I hated it. First of all, it was stupid music. Marches are dumb. And then I was heading to school, so I was just like nervous stomach all the time. It's just one of those memories.
You can never like something on the radio if you're on your way to school with it.
Oh, my goodness.
No.
So you brought this up about the radios, right? Do you know why nobody had them?
No.
They were insanely expensive.
Oh, really?
So in the 1920s, a radio that people, just the one you put in your house, was a lot of times was more than $200.
Which would be
It's thousands now.
That's wild.
Yeah.
No wonder. That's crazy. Well, I guess when it's the highest form of live entertainment that you had at the moment, it's going to be expensive,
It would be
right?
like a home movie theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching the Ken Burns baseball documentary, they talk a lot about radio and what radio meant to baseball. And people would, it was like the thing to do. Like if someone had a radio, you went to their house and you made bonbons or whatever, and you just sat around
and listened to whatever the shows were.
Radio plays and things like that.
Yeah. So in the 1930s, the cheapest radio you could buy was $40, which is like the equivalent of $500-$600 now.
Yeah.
That was the cheapest one you could get.
Do you remember getting your first radio? Mine was like a boombox.
Oh yeah, the first one I had in my room was my parents' old stereo when they got a new one.
Yeah.
But my first radio was a boombox dual cassette player, so you could record from one to the other. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Radio Day, Dave Hines. Dave's with us every day.
Happy National Radio Day.
We put up a video.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah, go check that out.
Yeah.
Check it. Peep it.
Our boss's boss came by the office today, and she's like, nice job putting up social media, because we just so rarely do. But she was like, it's amazing. She's like, the Glover show is amazing. She said, you guys yesterday put up a picture of an ice cream sandwich on a blanket, and it went crazy.
It did.
So.
Well, when you get a rarity like that.
Sure.
When's the last time any of us had seen an ice cream sandwich sitting on a blanket?
Probably never.
I can tell you from my own eyes, never.
Yeah. Yeah, I had dinner with Nick last night, and we were talking about it, and he said, no, I didn't think that the blanket was going to get the ice cream sandwich dirty. He's like, clearly it was, and clearly you're a disgusting human. But he said, having nightly experience with the Fat Boy ice cream sandwich, it starts to melt really quickly, and I figured you're going to get it all over your bear blanket. So.
Okay. Yep. That would be my worry, but you said you took care of that.
It was fine.
You took care of that.
No, it was fine. No. Of the things I should worry about,
yeah,
I never worry about
So
them.
what's the Dave protocol? Let's say that ice cream did drip on that blanket. What's the Dave protocol?
Dave would go and get some Scott paper towels, wet them, rub it down, and let it dry.
And then just flip the blanket around, or would you leave it where it was?
Depends.
Depends how bad the
Depends
mess
on
was.
how bad it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can flip it.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, if it's something grosser, then maybe different, but it's just a little ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do a lot of eating on the couch.
Yeah.
You guys like that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
Yeah, we have like a little dining room table kind of thing,
Bragger.
but we only really eat there if it's like something that's like
Estate
would be
dinner.
well, something that would those will go on the couch. It's like something that would be like almost impossible to eat on the couch without making an enormous
What would
mess.
that be?
I don't know, like a
Like
big
fajitas.
plate of beans. I don't know.
Big plate of beans.
Yum.
Yeah, if we were to do like barbecue with baked beans or whatever, that'd be hard to.
Are you a bean guy?
Not really.
You just keep
My wife
referring
is.
to beans.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of things that would be like really like hard to eat. Like when I go on my little chair, which I have my little chair, I'm like practically laying down, so it's very hard to eat. Now I survive, but it's very hard to like eat things without making a huge mess.
You ever eaten in the hammock?
No,
That would
No.
seem hard.
hammock doesn't get used anymore. It's
Really?
become this very who could have seen that coming?
Right.
That it's become this very stupid, enormous albatross in our living room. That
Andrew's I'm not mad about it or bitter, but
I just got to figure out how to
But Megan
rip this
won't,
thing apart without.
Won't allow it to be taken down?
I think she would if I tried it. Now it's become like everything, like the hammock, it's become like a place to stash things where the cat can't get to it.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like like a legitimate storage space.
Wait, the cat can't get in the hammock or just won't?
Just won't.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure she could.
I'm like, that seems like a pretty easy thing to get to.
Yeah, I'm sure she could, but
She's like, that hammock is a waste of money, and I am not getting in it.
I ain't touching that.
She's
on
proving
team-
a point.
She's on
Yeah.
Dad's team there.
So she likes steadiness. She doesn't like when she would try to hop on the hammock and it would move back
Yeah.
and forth. That makes her nervous, and so she'd jump off. So yeah, it's just become like if I don't want the cat to mess with something, I can place it on the hammock and she won't bother it. Which is the only way because she loves to get up into stuff that she should not be up into.
So it's kind of a version of a treadmill coat hanger.
Yeah, it does
Or clothes
exactly.
hanger,
No,
yeah,
that is
yeah.
precisely what I'm talking about. It
Okay.
has become a treadmill coat hanger for sure.
All right. Get it. I get it.
Yeah. It held my nice clothes for the wedding before we left on the trip. Had them folded on the hammock for a week.
Put them in their spot. You know where they
them
go.
and took great care.
When no one's in it,
Obviously, they're on the hammock.
when no one's in it, is the hammock flat or is it just a tube?
I'm not positive I understand the question.
So, we used to have
It doesn't roll itself
a
back
hammock when I was a kid. And
Oh yeah,
it
I know what
was
you're
just
talking about.
flat.
It's just like a line,
Okay.
It's not like that. It's not like that. It's like
It's
a
like
flat.
Gilligan and Skippers.
Yeah, it's like a flat open space.
It seems like it'd be really in the way.
It is. Yeah.
Have you tripped over it?
Yes. Remember, I tripped over it and I fell. And when my wife came out from the bedroom to investigate, she said it was the loudest sound she had ever heard. And she said she thought a car drove through the front of the house.
Do you ever think maybe your wife's trying to kill you?
I went down frickin' hard.
Now, was she talking about the noise, the impact sound, or
yeah,
you
the
yelling?
sound of. I didn't make it a sound. It was a
okay.
silent death.
Oh, good.
I was just like, "Oop, here we go, and I just went, wham,
This is how I die.
just straight.
Were you hurt?
No, I didn't hurt at all. I mean, it's not that far off the ground. It's just, an old house with a big hollow basement after a man of stature like myself goes down onto the super thin floors. I'm lucky I didn't just break right through them, which was a concern in the milliseconds as I'm going down. I'm like, I hope I don't go,
Oh, yeah.
He's like, am I
I don't
going to
go
end up
through
in the,
the
basement?
floor.
I have fallen down the stairs and had enough time to consider which ER I'm going to go to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels like I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. There's a chemistry thing in your brain where
Yes.
your brain slows down.
You're thinking well, as long as the ankle works, I can probably get to Alden Memorial. I don't want to go to St. Anthony's.
Yeah.
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 Man,
Have you guys seen Wheels? I know this is a big thing for you, but on my TikTok, I'm getting, just in the past week, tons of children running out on professional baseball fields. Have you seen this?
I saw the one yesterday.
Now there's 5 of them out there. And I'm not talking about kids 18.
No, they're like 12.
Yes. And they're tackling them.
Good. Stay in the stands.
You want them to tackle 12-year-olds?
Sure. Stay off the field. And if you're a parent, don't let your kid on the field. I mean, and they didn't beat him up or anything. They just tackled him.
Yeah, I mean, that could break bones.
If you could stop him.
Well, what are they supposed? Let me get on Wheeler's side.
Yeah!
What
This
are they
sucks.
supposed to do?
Skibbity,
Be
let's go.
Be like, please stop running across
Yeah.
the
no,
field.
I mean, you can place hands on them, but you don't have to
No.
body
Oh, I
check
think-
them to
I
the
think you should
ground.
Play
Full-on
stupid
tackle.
games, win stupid prizes.
You don't
got
gotta
to
RKO him. You can just.
And here's the thing: that 12-year-old's not like the 20-year-old who's drunk. That 12-year-old is sober and he's doing it because he thinks it's funny because there's never any consequences to his actions.
This 12-year-old is far too powerful.
So maybe get tackled. Maybe you'll realize, crap, there are consequences when I do stupid things.
This 12-year-old is far too impressive and powerful. We must physically annihilate him.
Yeah, I'm all about the medieval punishment for people that go on sports fields or anything like that. Because if somebody, I don't care. I don't care.
Would you tackle the 12-year-old?
Yes, if he's doing that, for sure. Would I give him extra? No, I'm not going to try to hurt him, but I'm definitely going to get him on the ground so we can get this little jerk out of here.
Your turn.
Yeah,
I
let's go,
agree.
Rach.
Yeah, so what are you doing about it, Rach?
I don't think. I mean, what are we supposed to tase them? This
Yeah.
seems like the best way to get them.
There has to be a way
comply.
that you can physically subdue a 12-year-old child without, as I said, like ring-dinging him into the ground with a pro wrestling move.
First of
there
all,
absolutely simply must be,
even if there were,
a way that you can pick him up,
Nah.
like put your hands on his shoulders.
Nah. Even if it was easy to wrangle him, he deserves the message because he did something that he shouldn't have done, and he knew he shouldn't have done it. You have to have consequences, not just like, okay, Johnny, time to go back to your seat.
So you cool with parents hitting their kids?
What's that?
You cool with parents hitting their kids?
Smacking them, spanking them, sure. Beating them, no.
Tackling
there's a
them?
difference. No, there's a difference.
Slamming them onto the ground?
There's a difference between a smack or a spank and a beating. Beatings are bad.
That's exactly my point.
Beatings are bad.
You can do the equivalent of spanking this 12-year-old boy without grabbing him and throwing him to the ground as a grown man.
That'll go well. A security guy spanking a 12-year-old on TV on the
We have
field.
lost the
What's
plot.
happened?
We have completely
Come on, man.
lost
Keeps
it.
moving the goalposts.
Listen. The kid stays in the seats. Period. If you don't want the consequence, now if it's a 7-year-old, no, don't tackle the 7-year-old.
If you don't want Kevin Wheeler beating up your kid,
no, stay in your seat.
Stay in the seats.
Why
Amy-
is this hard, man?
Amy is Team Skibbity. She says,
Yeah,
I
let's
agree
go,
with
Amy.
Kevin.
Telling you, dude, stay in your
Can't believe
seats.
you and Wheels and Amy want to spank children publicly.
No, I don't. I want to tackle a 12-year-old brat who's being a jerk.
No, I think it's great. No, I agree. We should all beat
No,
the
I think
hell
what
out
we
of
should
kids.
do is
I
we should
love
just
it.
let the 12-year-old out there juking all the old men trying to catch him, and then let it linger 15 minutes instead of 4 minutes, and delay the game.
cares?
Yeah, sure. Let's let that
Who
happen.
cares?
Everybody
Yeah, I would
cares.
rather
You would
delay
care
a
if you
baseball
were at
game
the
than beat up
game.
a kid.
Yeah, what punishment's going to make you not do that? It's getting your ass kicked. That will make kids not do that.
Yeah, hey, tale as old as time. No, people have been doing that since the Middle Ages.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deterrent when you don't want to get your ass beat.
I
Yeah,
get,
you know, that's millions of fathers have been saying that to their sons for
Yeah.
okay,
decades.
Andrew, I get where you're coming from where you say there's got to be a better way to subdue them. What is that better way? Like, what approach would you
Ask
take?
him nicely and pat him on the
I
shoulder.
mean, I agree. Like I said, I agree. You can put
Look,
hands
I
on the
don't-
kid.
I don't think it's that hard. I can run down eventually any 12-year-old out there, put my hands on his shoulders, and stop him.
That is precisely what I am referring
Especially
to.
if I have 5 guys helping me.
Yeah, you don't have to like grab him and put your entire body weight as a grown man on top of this
sorry.
kid.
What we're not talking about is where are the parents?
Yeah.
How does a
Well,
12-year-old
of course, that's
kid
the key of
get
it.
away from parents and jump onto Busch Stadium?
And we should treat that just like we treated the fireworks thing here. That should be like a $5,000 fine
Yeah,
for
we
the
should-
parents.
we should beat the
find
hell out
that
of 'em.
Mom, and we should
No, seriously,
spank 'em.
$5,000 fine for your parents if your kid's on the field at a
I'm
sporting
okay with
event.
that.
Period. The
We should
end.
okay
pick him
with
up and do the Batman Bane thing over and
Yeah, break him.
their back.
Break him.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/try and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/try. openphone.com/TRY.
Tell you guys about Michael's Flooring Outlet, 25 years together. I'm not sure that anyone has ever beat that. Having a client running that long, that successfully. It's all about Mike. It's not about me. All I do is deliver the message. Mike is just a cool guy. He really is. Super into rock and roll, super into Kiss. I met Ace Frehley with him one time. He's a good dude. I remember when I first met him and he said, look, here's the deal. I wasn't going to be a doctor. I wasn't going to be a lawyer. I wanted to go into a business that was simple. And he said, Dave, the flooring business is simple. I buy it at this much. I mark it up. I sell it to you at that much. There's, this many major lines. There are this many, lines within them, the budget, the entry, the middle, the high end. And it's not that difficult. So I don't make it difficult on people. I make it really, really simple. So if you like simple, if you like saving money, if you like getting good products, you can't do better than Michael's Flooring Outlet. Find him at michaelsflooringoutlet.com.
How many of you think taxes are going to go up in the future? And if they do, who will be hit the hardest? Maybe it's you, headed for retirement. You've been saving in that 401k or IRA, and that money has never been taxed. And Uncle Sam is looking at that account like it's a big, juicy steak. What can you do about it? Join the All Financial Group for their Taxes in Retirement Seminar, Tuesday, August 26th or Thursday, August 28th at Fleming's. They believe a financial plan is not a retirement plan without a tax plan. Fund your retirement, not Uncle Sam's. Reserve your spot today by calling 636-230-8824. That's 636-230-8824. Or online at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
Calling all future sportscasters. Sharpen your skills and learn from the best of the Missouri Broadcasters Association Sportscasters Forum, Tuesday, September 16th in St. Louis. Join Cardinals beat reporters, broadcasters, and the legendary John Rooney, the voice of the Cardinals, for insider sessions on play-by-play, interviewing, reporting, and more. Then cap the day with a Cards-Reds game at Busch Stadium. Open to college students and broadcasting pros. Just $10 for students, lunch, and a game ticket. Space is limited. Register by September 2nd at MissouriBroadcasters.org.
104.1 FM KMOX, the voice of St. Louis. Stronger than ever.
Welcome back, guys. DGS. Boy, people are all about tackling kids. Dave says if you're over 5 feet tall, you're getting tackled.
I think it's great. No, I think it's wonderful, and I think if you're out in public,
spanking the parents is the way to go.
I think if you're out in public and you see some dad like just wailing on his kid for misbehaving or whatever, I think you probably look at that and you go, yeah, it's the only way to get him to not do it anymore. Really, the only answer is violence.
Well, I mean, I'm sure the real answer is just pat him on the back and say, have a nice day.
There's only one way to teach kids a lesson, and that is to beat them with physical violence. I'm glad that we've established that, and that so many people feel that
in
way.
that specific case, sure. Not in every case, no. But in that case, yeah. You know you're doing it wrong. You're doing it in front of tens of thousands of people on TV. Get what you get. Sorry. You want to go play on the highway, guess what? You're probably going to get hit by a car. That's the consequence. The cars aren't going to be like, oh, well, I'll go around you.
Are you becoming less comfortable with Team Skibbity?
Well, Andrew is qualifying this in a way that I don't feel comfortable with, but there's a bit of false equivalency
Big time
going
false
on.
equivalency, yeah.
I don't think so.
I think there's a huge difference, actually. I mean, if there's a better way to take care of the situation, then I'm all for it, but I also see the point of if security people are like, dude, this kid is, like you said, juking around,
you can shoot him with pepper balls.
Not in favor of that.
I was going to say, I think it's a lot less dangerous. Just tackle the kid.
It'd be more entertaining to see him get shot with pepper balls.
He's turning it into an episode of Jackass.
Yeah. Put a few pepper ball snipers around. Maybe you win it. Throw it out a first pitch.
Could be a whole game. They could bet on it live in real time.
Sorry about that. That's a really short segment, but we just went too long with tackling kids. Tell you about the Gelman team. Gelman's been with me now forever, and great people, great shop. They're really good at what they do. Hard chargers. Not everyone can work at the Gelman team because they are really hard workers, and they require a lot, but it translates into great real estate transactions. Neil Gelman was on a couple of months ago and said that, yeah, it's not great out there nationally, and it's not white hot like it was 6 or 7 years ago in St. Louis, but it's fair. And so when it's fair, you're going to have to do your work to sell your house for a good price. And part of that work is getting a great real estate agent, which Gelman is. They will hold your hand. They'll get in between you and the buyer, and they'll just make sure that everything happens the way that you want it to happen. If you want to find out what we think your house is worth right now, go to the front page of thegelmanteam.com when you're ready to talk. 314-336-1991.
Certain restrictions apply.
Wake up informed. Wake up empowered. Wake up to Total Information AM, your morning must.
Hi, this is Debbie Monterey.
I'm Megan Lynch.
This is Tom Ackerman.
From local news to breaking headlines to weather, traffic, and the stories that matter most, we've got you covered before your first sip of coffee. Expert analysis, bright perspectives from the people you trust. Total Information AM, your day starts here. Mornings beginning at 5 on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight. We are visiting with Dr. Premal Thacker.
And we're very fortunate at Washington University School of Medicine and Siteman to have the only endometrial cancer spore. So we are actually doing a $15 million grant that is housed here under Dr. Much to actually evaluate uterine cancer.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, please visit siteman.wustl.edu.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by Penn Mutual Life Insurance.
The northwest flow has opened up, and we've got a stronger push from the northwest coming over the weekend. But it's not too bad out there this afternoon. Partly to mostly sunny skies. Not too bad for August anyway. 87 for the high. Tonight, clear skies. A quick drop out of the 80s this evening. 68 for a comfortable overnight low. Thursday, sunny and 87. 67 Thursday night. All remains dry right through the weekend. Friday, sunny and 89. Saturday, same thing. Sunday, sunny and 83. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Times are always changing, but Penn Mutual stands the test of time. The 178-year young mutual company is leading the way in life insurance. Ask your independent advisor or go to pennmutual.com/STL.
Missouri, get ready! DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is coming soon to the Show Me State. Later this football season, you'll be able to bet same-game parlays, money lines, props, and more right here in Missouri. Whether you're backing Kansas City to dominate on Sundays or sweating your basketball picks, DraftKings Sportsbook brings everything you want to elevate your game day, including live in-game betting, lightning-fast payouts, and endless ways to get in on the action, all right from your phone. And when we go live in Missouri, you'll be betting from home with the top-rated sportsbook trusted by millions, safe, secure, and ready to deliver the action like never before. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code KMOX now to gear up for launch in Missouri. Be the first in line for exclusive promos and can't-miss offers. That's code KMOX in partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 and over. Physically present in Missouri. Eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook. Subject to regulatory licensing requirements.
Don't miss Mosby Building Arts Home Improvement Shows Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on KMOX. One of the last call-in shows where you can get live answers to your remodeling, design, and construction questions. Tune in Saturdays at 11 a.m.
Don't get lulled into believing the IRS is getting soft. It's just the opposite. Hi, this is Lance Story with the Lance Story Law Firm. We are being told by IRS collection officers that their higher-ups are demanding that they get more aggressive than ever. So don't ignore them any longer. Level up. If you have unfiled returns, unpaid taxes, levies, or liens, call the Lance Story Law Firm today and let us get between you and the IRS. We'll protect your rights, including your right to appeal or even your right to take the IRS to tax court. Remember, IRS problems are legal problems, and they need to be handled by an expert attorney team who's done it for decades. So call the Lance Story Law Firm today. We're local. Our office is right here in St. Louis, or visit law.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm, the Lance Story Law Firm, 314-260-6120.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Cards manager Ollie Marble joins the Gas House Gang every Tuesday at noon. Sponsored by Siteman Cancer Center on the voice of the Cardinals, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Wednesday to you. So, aging is really weird. And every day in my show prep, I get stories about, we found a way to reverse wrinkles in mice and all that kind of stuff. Let's just assume that in the next 20 years, they figure that out. And they can really, truly de-age you by 25 years. So I have learned in my 60 years that you can almost not avoid becoming wiser. Like over the decades, and you make mistakes and you get spanked for it and you're like, no, I shouldn't do that again. And so I'm much wiser. I'm not a wise person, but I'm much wiser than I was at 40. If they developed a pill that could take us back to looking 35, or keep you looking 35. Do you think just living life, regardless of how you look, would do the same thing to you? And so a 60-year-old who looks 35 years old would still be just as wise? Or do you think the youthful face and body would keep you being dumb? If you get my question.
Well, it also affects how other people treat you.
Yes. Yes. It affects everything.
Yeah. Like your mood every day, whatever. I think you would still accumulate. You wouldn't stay 35, but it would be a different experience. Right? I mean, you would have more positive experiences. You wouldn't have the day-to-day, why does that hurt kind of thing. But then you would also not be treated differently by people that are that age. And again, not necessarily even an intentional, even negative way. It's just sometimes it's even a positive way where maybe you get a little extra respect or whatever because you're older than someone. But it would be different for sure.
I mean, I think it would erase some of the boundaries that we have now as far as like, well, everyone can tell I'm older, so maybe I need to act right in this situation.
Yeah.
If everyone looks the same, then it's like everyone can kind of behave poorly and get away with it until you check IDs.
I mean, you may live in this world. You know, you're young enough that by the time you're 50, they might have something that de-ages you to the age you are now. How weird. Wouldn't that just be so weird?
It would be weird to go back. I think if I could like freeze myself right now, I don't think that would be that weird. But if I was able to just like revert back to 25 or something, that would be quite odd. Yes.
Yeah. I was also thinking, I had a thinking night last night that I've said this many times, but when I was Rachel's age, very, very few people talked about politics.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's become kind of everything. And just it's just sort of like the water we swim in now. And it's so weird because, like, for example, I'm really into baseball. And if I meet someone else who's really into baseball, we talk about it. But if I meet a new person, they're like, oh, what are your hobbies? Like, oh, I play old man baseball. And they're like, oh, I never picked up the game. Doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not going to continue to talk about baseball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas with politics, it seems like you just now, it's like, don't talk about politics or religion and mixed company. And now it's the opposite. You're almost forced to do it.
Well, forgive me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't seem like politics were so intertwined with identity back then.
No.
Like,
I mean, to a degree, but it was a much lesser degree.
It was a private thing.
Yeah, and but it was also like not as hardcore.
No, not
Right.
even close.
Yeah.
Well, don't you think the political parties have pushed for this to be the case?
Yeah.
Because I can think of like an instance a couple years ago. I was hanging out with like a new group of people, and there were just a lot of kind of political statements being made. And after a while, I was like, oh, they're just like checking to see if I'm someone they want to hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because they're bringing up things that it's like, yeah, if we disagree on this topic, probably don't want to begin a new friendship. And I think that's fair.
So just
And-
kind of poking.
Yeah. I mean, would you want to become friends with someone and then 4 months later realize you have like a deep disagreement on how life actually is? That's not a choice that like individuals have necessarily made,
you
but
just
the
said
political
something, though.
parties gain from us like having these differences.
Yeah, you just said like you have, big differences on how life actually is. And that's one of the differences between 1985 and 2025 is I think with very, very few exceptions, even political people didn't view it as this is how life is.
That's right.
So much of it was like, Democrats want to tax and spend and Republicans just want to make money.
Tax cuts.
Period.
Yeah.
End of sentence. Yeah. That was it. It wasn't this whole like, this is how you live and this is how the world is. And these are good people and these are bad people. It really, really, truly wasn't like that.
Yeah. This is as close as I get to anything conspiratorial, and the way that I keep it from being a conspiracy in my head is I don't think it's like a group of people that get together and decide to do it. I just think people realized it.
It was in their best interest.
This is the best cover that the wealthiest of the wealthy have, is to keep us fighting each other. And it's not a coincidence that it's happened in the time where fewer and fewer huge companies with really important people at the top, with investors that are companies like BlackRock and things like that. The more we fight with each other and yell at each other, less we notice that we're being ripped off by billionaires. That everything in the system is geared toward the richest people in the world. I'm not talking about your friend that's worth $15 million. I'm not talking about a baseball player that makes $400 million. That's not the whole kind of wealthy we're talking about. We're talking about the people that are worth multiples of billions, which is a tiny, tiny, tiny percentage of the population. Yet the rules of the game are so far in their favor. And they're the ones that get to make the rules because they have the money to lobby,
to affect it,
to get the right people that they want in positions of political power.
And they found a very happy, willing partner in the media.
Sure. And well, a lot of those people own media companies, which is kind of the point, right? And it's not 100%. I honestly don't think that there's like a message being passed down. I don't think the boss, the owner, the rich guy is going, okay, here's your talking points. You just hire the people you think will do this, who for their own beliefs will be saying the things that will. I don't think any of those people care about left or right. They care about the divide existing, because so long as we fight each other, we're not looking up there going, man, that really sucks. Why don't we fix that? Why do they need to get as much as they do when the rest of us are scraping and clawing?
That's why I'm a big fan of minding my own business when it comes to the choices people make in their lives. As long as you're not actively hurting another person.
Yeah.
If I'm getting caught up in what you're doing, then I'm just mired in the BS that Wheels is just referencing.
Yeah.
Like, this is very much engineered for you to hate certain groups of people and put them into columns and only see them one certain way. That is a manipulation. That we are all humans. We should have the same values at the end of the day. When we get super caught up in like, but I don't really like what you're doing in the bedroom. Okay, you can choose to just not focus on that and focus on yourself in your bedroom and not stop making it everyone else's problem. Because when we're fighting over stuff like that, we just keep getting beaten down by the ruling class.
And if, say, for example, I believe that gay sex is a sin punishable by hell, and you're gay and you're married, we're not going to find common ground on that topic.
Yeah.
And But you can still be friends. You can still be coworkers, but we're probably not going to find an accommodation.
You can still be friends?
I think so. Well,
think of it from the perspective of a gay person.
No, that's a good point.
It's like, you think my lifestyle is an abomination?
It's a fair point.
Well, let's go grab a drink.
Yeah.
Like, I could see, like, not wanting to be friends at that point.
But, I mean, this is kind of the thing, right? If you were to take even the furthest left and right people that you can think of, but they're basically living the same life, economically, neighborhoods, whatever. The number of similarities vastly outweighs the differences. There are going to be 100 similarities for every difference in your day-to-day, like your requirements for bills, taking care of your kids.
True.
All of that's all going to be the same. And it's only these ideas that we fight about. And they're just ideas. What purpose does that serve? Does that help you? Does that help me? It doesn't help me at all. All it leads to is a broken system. A system where there's no compromise allowed. And compromise is historically how we got great progress in the United States of America. Right? I mean, the Constitution was nothing but a big group of compromises. Those original colonies had to compromise to get to a thing where they could agree. And now that's not allowed. Because if you compromise, you're weak. Well, then nothing's going to get done. And that just allows people who are already in power to stay there and gain even more.
This is Mason Wynn of the Cards. Community America asked me to tell you what it feels like on Profit Payout Day, when our members get a portion of the profits. I'm thinking it probably feels like opening day. Exciting, new, or even better, I bet it feels like playing the star shortstop who turns a game-winning double play. And the fans go wild. They ask for selfies with you and autographs. You get a lifetime supply of free stadium hot dogs. Yep, that's basically what it feels like when you get your profit payout. Community America Credit Union. Invested in you.
Your garage door is the largest piece of moving equipment in your home. When it needs help, call the experts at Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Their certified technicians repair all brands of doors and openers, and you can even schedule evening and weekend service. Just call 314-781-5200 and always look for the red ribbon. It's your assurance you've got the genuine, the original Overhead Door, the most trusted garage door company in St. Louis since 1926. For same-day service, schedule online at overheaddoorstlouis.com. 314-781-5200.
Calling all future sportscasters. Sharpen your skills and learn from the best of the Missouri Broadcasters Association Sportscasters Forum Tuesday, September 16th in St. Louis. Join Cardinals beat reporters, broadcasters, and the legendary John Rooney, the voice of the Cardinals, for insider sessions on play-by-play, interviewing, reporting, and more. Then cap the day with a Cards-Reds game at Busch Stadium. Open to college students and broadcasting pros. Just $10 for students, lunch, and a game ticket. Space is limited. Register by September 2nd at MissouriBroadcasters.org.
Baseball is all about stepping up to the plate when it matters most. And when you've been injured, you need a heavy hitter in your corner. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Proud sponsor of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hi, my name is Christina Straight, the owner of Straight Realty, and I'm asking you, what do you want in a realtor? Do you want experience? I've been a broker for over 21 years. Do you want to know how much I've sold? I've sold over $500 million, yes, $1 billion with a B, in sales. Do you want value? I now list properties for only 2%. So, if you're looking for all these things and want the best, then call me 314-441-4444. Why pay more than $2? You can also listen to my podcast on my website, straightrealty.com.
Commissions are not regulated and negotiable. Straight Realty is a licensed broker in the state of Missouri.
Thank you, St. Louis, for making Genesis of St. Charles the #1 Genesis dealer in Missouri for 2025. We know your time is valuable. That's why every purchase comes with 3 years of complimentary Genesis service valet within 125 miles. We're closer than you think. That means complimentary vehicle pickup and delivery, plus a loaner vehicle at no additional cost. Or want something new? We'll bring the test drive to you. Visit genesisofstcharles.com today. Based on GMA sales records for 2024. See dealer for details.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Did you guys see this story about the judge who flubbed up the verdict?
No.
26-year-old Alton Oliver was on trial in Georgia last week facing murder charges. He was accused of killing a cop. And the jury found him not guilty, but the judge read the verdict guilty.
Ooh.
And 20 seconds went by while this guy's freaking out and his family's bawling. And then a juror said, that's not right. And he said, the judge says, oh, is it not guilty? And they said, yes. And he laughed and said, I apologize for my mispronunciation. I think this guy should be suspended. I think he should be censored. This is what you do. You have people's lives in your hands. This is what you do. There's no bigger mistake you can make than guilty or not guilty. Take a couple minutes, idiot. Read it. Maybe write it down yourself. Shame on you.
Yeah.
You're a disgrace to the bar.
So, Dave, how does it work? When they bring the verdict, the judge knows before everyone files into the courtroom, or is he reading it at the same time?
They typically hand it to the judge first.
Uh-huh.
The judge reads it carefully.
Yes.
And then either makes the pronunciation, the head juror does, or the clerk of the court.
Okay.
So that's how it works.
So, because I was going to say, well, even if he said it wrong, he could be a lot more respectful in correcting his mistake. But from what you're describing, the mistake just shouldn't be made in the first place.
No. I don't think this mistake should ever be made.
Agreed, but there's a better way to respond when you screw up.
For sure.
It should be a million apologies. I'm sorry. That was awful.
Yes.
Not, well, I mispronounced it. You didn't mispronounce. Do not. That's not funny.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, that man's life just flashed in front of his eyes, and his family went through that moment of fear and trauma because you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Your apology better not come with a laugh. Otherwise, take a nice, long, unpaid vacation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Want some fun facts?
Yes.
Yes.
There are 14 companies in the world that are over 1,000 years old.
What? Whoa, that's cool.
And 9 of them are in Japan.
Really?
Oh, that makes sense.
Isn't it crazy?
Is one of them the East India Company?
Doesn't say.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't say. Taco Bell originally started as a hot dog stand called Bell's Drive-In.
Yum.
I think I watched a YouTube video about this.
I'd have gone there.
Delish.
Instead of Once Upon a Time, Korean fairy tales start with In the Old Days When Tigers Used to Smoke.
What?
Kind of gets you in the mood.
Yeah. I'm ready to settle in for a nice story.
The Tigers, what did they smoke?
Tigers used to be a lot cooler.
Yeah, they did. They did. Bad boys. The Wright brothers really didn't pioneer flying together. Wilbur did all the work, but Orville is evidently something of a wuss. And so he gave him half the credit so that he would stop having his feelings hurt.
Man, ain't that the way it always goes?
There's always
Ain't that the way?
There's always.
I know that's right.
A man is going viral on TikTok for spending months buying and returning 110-pound anvils from Amazon.
just for the fun of it, huh? Tackle that guy, too.
He does deserve to get tackled because
Yeah,
the
you can
delivery
tackle him.
person is being punished for your prank. Like,
Yeah.
that is so wrong and not okay.
That is messed up. Yeah, you could tackle that guy.
The FDA is warning Americans not to eat, sell, or serve Walmart's Great Value raw frozen shrimp because they are contaminated with radiation.
I had those twice last week, and then I saw this story.
Did you
And
really?
so I'm feeling great. Yep.
I glow in the dark now, but I feel good.
Yeah. You know what? I'm feeling stronger than ever. I'm feeling like I could leap great bounds in a single jump
Andrew,
and
you're
shoot
gonna
webs
be-
from my hands.
Andrew, you're going to be a character in Fallout.
I'm gonna be Shrimp Man.
He's going to be, like shrimp linguini man.
He's going to get the little antenna.
Your spine turns to poop.
What's so funny is that they were on sale both times, and now I'm like, I wonder why.
They're like, we got to offload this
we got to
radiated
get rid of these
shrimp.
because some bad news is coming.
We gotta unload the ghoul shrimp.
Great reference.
President Trump suggested yesterday that he's not doing well when it comes to his chances of getting into heaven, but he thinks that it'll help him if he can broker a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine.
Our country's so stupid, man. Sorry.
Speaking of the president, Jack White says that President Trump has turned the Oval Office into, quote, a vulgar, gold-leafed, and gaudy professional wrestler's dressing room.
The gold is a little...
It's a little much.
Like, I hesitate to say anything because if you say something, it's Trump derangement syndrome. But if you look at the before and after pictures, it's like there's a lot of gold now.
Who
Yeah.
asked
It's
Jack
not my
White?
taste.
I mean, I don't know. This is my taste in politics and politicians. They should be acting and being treated like public servants. We got to stop making it like they're special
king.
because they're not special. Or,
I agree.
I don't know if you're a senator. You know what? If your name's Mitch, I'm going to call you Mitch. I'm not going to be like Mr. Senator because you're not a special person. You're a public servant. That's what the job should be.
If all 8 billion people on the planet played a single elimination rock, paper, scissors tournament, how many consecutive games would you have to win to be the champion of the world?
1 million.
50?
33.
Yeah, I knew it was going to
That
be
was
low
close.
because that's kind of how the single elimination Swiss rounds tend to well, I guess not Swiss. It'd be single elimination rounds would work because 7 billion people are going to get knocked out in the first round.
I
Right.
love when he gets something
He's Mr.
kind of
Magic.
right and then he just goes off on
Well,
it.
I guess it'd be 4 billion people get knocked out in the first round, right? And then 2 billion people get knocked out in the second, and then
Alice Cooper once babysat Keanu Reeves when he was 6 years old.
That's cute.
That always reminds me, my mom babysat John Malkovich.
That's crazy.
I wonder if he talked like that back then.
yeah, I was just going to say,
Francis. Could I have a cookie?
I'd like ice cream for dinner.
He's great, by the way.
myself.
I think he's awesome.
Me too.
Yeah, his grandpa and my grandpa were best friends.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cute.
He used to come visit, not John, but his grandpa would come. He had one leg. We called him Grandpa One Leg. Yeah.
I think he should put you in a movie.
Yeah, I think so.
Wait till he hears about Grandpa One Leg.
Smart
Hey, that's the movie. Grandpa One Leg.
Yeah, I can't stop singing the praises of the new Smart Mouth bottle. They have really, really improved the bottle. If you bought it in the past, you know that at times the liquid would kind of come out in a way where it's like, man, I'm running out of clear liquid while I still have plenty of green liquid. They have revamped the bottle to where now there's like a snap closed top on each chamber. So you pour out exactly how much you want from each chamber. Every morning I have the perfect ratio of green and clear liquids in my Smart Mouth. Not to mention it's eliminating my bad breath at the source for 24 hours if I use it once in the morning and once in the evening.
Yeah, it's a much better bottle. Kudos to them for doing that. It is the only way you're ever, until something else is invented that's better, but currently in 2025, it's the only way you're ever going to know what it feels like to have a truly fresh mouth. It's also great for oral hygiene. It's not a replacement for the dentist, but if you're like me and you don't go as much as you should, get the clinical, get the gum health. It's going to help any sort of gingivitis you may develop. We can save you $2.50 off everything you buy by going to smartmouth.com/Glover.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-220-6409 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-220-6409. That's 800-220-6409. What do you have to lose? Call 800-220-6409. Again, 800-220-6409.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
It's Trish. Your bathroom might be small, but fixing it can feel huge. Outdated fixtures, the tub that's seen better days. At Michael's Bath, they specialize in affordable bathroom remodeling that fits your budget and your lifestyle. Whether you want a walk-in shower, better storage, or a fresh modern look, they make it simple, clean, and budget-friendly. No surprises, no gimmicks, just quality workmanship you can trust. Call Michael's Bath today for your free no-pressure estimate, 636-775-0800 or michaelsbath.com.
Hello, fellow Missourians. This is your Congressman Bob Onder. My top priority is serving you. Whether you need help with a VA claim, Social Security, Medicare, or any other federal issue, my team and I are here to cut through the red tape and give you answers. In the last 6 months alone, we have returned over $1 million to taxpayers. Call my office or visit my website, onder.house.gov, to learn more. Missouri is my home, and I'm honored to serve you in D.C.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Breaking News. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 2 o'clock, we've got sunshine right now, 86 degrees downtown at the Arch. And this just in, the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services confirms the death of that patient who was suffering from a rare brain infection. KMOX health editor Fred Bottomer is here live with the latest. Fred.
Missouri Health Department officials say the patient died Tuesday in a St. Louis area hospital. The Missouri resident was diagnosed last week with a rare and deadly brain-eating amoeba at the Lake of the Ozarks. The amoeba is found in warm freshwater like lakes and rivers and is fatal in 97% of cases. The state epidemiologist says the infection is extremely rare, but wants residents to be aware of the risk. Fred Bottomer, KMOX News.
Thank you, Fred. KMOX confirms Sarah Russell is no longer an employee of the city of St. Louis. She was the emergency management director as the siren stayed silent during the deadly May 16th tornado. An independent investigation found that failure was preventable. It said Russell decided to keep her staff at a seminar during the severe warnings instead of returning them to the office. It also cited a miscommunication with the fire department over the sirens, and Russell deciding to take a drive through the disaster zone instead of leading at the Emergency Operations Center. The FBI is sending a large number of agents to St. Louis to crack down on violent crime. How will they be utilized?
That remains the question after Senator Eric Schmitt and the FBI both failed to elaborate on the senator's announcement. U.S. Congressman Wesley Bell says despite being a former prosecutor in St. Louis County, Schmitt nor the FBI have discussed this with him.
Afraid of is just like what we saw in D.C. is that we're seeing these shows of force. We're not really getting at the underlying problems to make our community safer.
Bell says he agrees that violent offenders need to be held accountable, but adds the root causes of crime also needs to be a focus. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
KMOX has reached out to a spokesperson for Senator Schmidt. We're waiting for a response. Irate pro-Palestinian protesters shouted down Congressman Wesley Bell during his town hall meeting last night. The event reportedly ended with security guards removing people who refused to leave.
Before Wesley Bell could get into the question and answer portion of his town hall meeting inside the very echoey Post building on Cole Street, pro-Palestinian protesters especially raised voices over Bell's microphone when he was given a question about Israel's war against Hamas.
There are a lot of complicated issues about this.
And it got worse when Bell attempted to plead for civil discourse with the protesters. He was able to finally spit out his answer about what to do with the war in Gaza.
We need to end the war, we need to return the hostages, and we need to give Gaza a viable future without Hamas. Everyone agrees with that.
Stuart McMillan, KMOX News.
It's bittersweet. That's how Muni President and CEO Kwame Coleman describes how it feels at the end of the 2025 season. Last show, Sunday night's Jersey Boys, but he says it's been an incredible season they're proud of, starting with winning the Tony Award for Regional Theater.
Congratulations on the celebration of everybody here in St. Louis. That's been something that's been a highlight of the year. And from outside of the community, people that have traveled to see shows, just the calls, the emails, the messages. Lin-Manuel Miranda was here to see his show during the first week of Bring It On.
One more chance to enjoy the Muni. This year's concert is next Thursday night. Diana Ross and John Batiste, and tickets are still available. The Dow from Stiefel down 3 points to 44,918. Stall vehicle on 170 south at 64 east, and that's on the left shoulder. Also a stall 70 east at Shreve on the right shoulder.
The northwest flow has opened up, and we've got a stronger push from the northwest coming over the weekend. But it's not too bad out there this afternoon. Partly to mostly sunny skies. Not too bad for August anyway. 87 for the high. Tonight, clear skies. A quick drop out of the 80s this evening. 68 for a comfortable overnight low. Thursday, sunny and 87. 67 Thursday night. All remains dry right through the weekend. Friday, sunny and 89. Saturday, same thing. Sunday, sunny and 83. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by FanDuel Sports Network. Cardinals fans, FanDuel Sports Network is your TV and streaming home of the Cardinals. Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network and stream the Cardinals or watch through your TV provider. Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com for details. Sunshine 86, feels like 88 downtown. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Wednesday. If you are watching online and you think that Kevin Wheeler just got a whole lot better looking, that's Lauren.
Oh, God.
Sorry. Yeah, I just said no one that small has ever been in that chair. So Lauren and Kelsey and Dee Dee are here. Lauren is a marketing manager with RE/MAX. Kelsey, operations manager. Dee Dee is managing broker. And they were kind enough a few months ago to name me as their eye care person of the year. And so we invited them in to talk about the program and what it means and how people can nominate other people. So ladies, welcome. Great to meet you all.
Thank you. Great being here.
So just jump in, whoever wants to jump in whenever. But the eye care, what is that?
Yeah, so back in January of 2024, we introduced what we call the Eye Care Award. And basically, we were just kind of hearing from people that there's so many individuals in our community every day that are doing so much good, and they're not getting recognized for that. So whether that being, through a nonprofit or they're just volunteering their time at their local church, there's just so many, all these individuals are doing good for the community. And sometimes it's silent, they don't think they deserve the recognition maybe. But all these people, they do deserve it. They deserve to be celebrated. So we created what we call the Eye Care Award. And every month we basically accept nominations to come in to our email, and we choose a nominee, and they are our recipient for the month. And what we do is we basically then honor them on our social media accounts, on our Facebook and Instagram. And we kind of just give them a shout out, and we'll tag maybe their nonprofits that they're associated with, or maybe where they volunteer at, and just kind of give those a shout out as well. And then from there, we introduce, just kind of a little bit more about them, and then we'll invite them into our local offices. And we like to honor them by receiving a $100 gift card to a local business.
Nice.
So just another way to kind of give back to the community and continue to love local.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's just a little bit about the eye care. But it was really cool because we actually got to invite everyone from the 2024 Eye Care Award recipients to our RE/MAX Best Choice Award ceremony that we had a couple of months ago, actually. But Dee Dee, if you want to kind of touch on that, that was really cool because they were all in one place all
That's
together.
neat. Yeah.
So yeah, every year we have our big award ceremony, and it's a big deal. And we asked them all to join us. We wanted to honor them, one more time and bring them in and bring them up on stage and present them with their awards. Like Lauren said, some of these people have created their own nonprofits and they volunteer at multiple organizations.
I mean, multiple. It's crazy.
Yeah. And they're just, it's such an honor, to be honest with you, to be able to be there in the room. They all just have great big hearts. They really do.
Yeah.
And we're always on the hunt to celebrate the next unsung hero in our communities. And so if you know anyone that does go above and beyond to make their community a better place, just please send their story to icareaboutcommunity@gmail.com.
Okay, we can put that on our social media as well. That's great.
Because we feel that giving back should always be celebrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking in the first hour about some of the bad things about life, and it's so easy to get sucked into it. It's just so easy to complain and so easy to be mad at people. So I agree. It's like when you find someone doing something good. And I really believe it seems so self-serving since you guys are here giving me mine. But at the ripe old age of 60, I've kind of learned like the only thing that really kind of matters in the end is like what you do for other people. Right? I mean, it really is. It's the thing that I do that far and away gives me my most joy. No doubt about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you'd be amazed at some of these nominations that come in. I mean, their stories, they'll write paragraphs about these people.
Yeah.
And it's like you would never know otherwise.
Yeah, that's so true. I know in my volunteering, I feel like the rookie because I meet these people and then they very offhandedly, not bragging, start talking about all the other organizations that they volunteer for. And it really is like once you get into it and you see how wonderful it is for you and for your soul, you just keep doing it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What kinds of things have you had in the past? What sorts of things have people been doing?
Oh my gosh. Well, there's one lady, she always stood out to me, but she helps, and it's a nonprofit in Bloomsdale area, actually. It's for animals. But I mean, she's the biggest heart for animals. But I mean, and then I always think of another individual in the Festus area. Her name's Cammie. She is a part of every organization, I mean, that you can imagine. It's amazing. She will support Brendan's Friday Backpacks with the local community or the local schools in our community and fundraising for them. She's a part of Jefferson County Growth Association. I mean, you name it, she does it. She's always a big one that stands out to me. But those two for sure, they're really incredible.
Also, Valerie, who's also in Festus of Secondhand Heroes.
Yes.
She truly is a hero in our community. She has a free store where anyone who is in need of clothing, bedding items, household items, really anything that they may need, they can come to her store and receive whatever they want for free. So she truly is a hero in our community.
That's so cool.
Yeah. We do want to share your recognition as well, though. So I'm not sure if you read your little write-up. Did you?
I
okay. Do you want to share a little bit about it, Kelsey?
Yeah.
For those that do not know, maybe.
Yes. So Dave was nominated as our July Eye Care winner, and it was an anonymous nomination, but this is what the person had to say about Dave. He is a quiet force of compassion, service, and generosity. Whether he's comforting someone in their final moments as a hospice volunteer through St. Andrews and Bethesda Home Health No One Dies Alone program, amplifying the voices of local nonprofits, or giving his time to veterans' causes, Dave's message is simple and powerful. Anything for veterans, anything for kids. Dave has helped raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for Operation Backpack, a program that fights childhood food insecurity by ensuring kids have meals on weekends and during the summer. Thanks to his influence and dedication, countless children have had the nourishment and hope they need. Dave may be a radio legend, but more importantly, he's a champion for the unheard, a helper behind the scenes, and a tireless advocate for those in need. His 25-year career has been filled with laughs, stories, and moments that matter, and his legacy of care continues to grow. That's truly amazing, Dave.
Great, you wrote that pretty well. just like I dictated. Well, that's so cool.
And we have a check to present you with and a gift card. And if we could get a picture.
Of course. Yes. Finally getting a big giant check. Yeah, we've given away a lot of
Very
these.
nice. Hold that up, Lauren will get a picture.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Very nice.
And right here is your gift card. We did a gift card to First Watch.
Love it. One of my favorite places.
One of mine too.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
You're
So wonderful.
You're very welcome.
You're
well
welcome.
deserved.
Yep.
So it's a monthly thing.
Yes.
So there's plenty of room.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And some of them are, maybe more seasonal volunteers.
Uh-huh.
So with the holidays coming up, sometimes we get some of those in too. Because there's so much good in the community when it comes, closer to Christmas too. So
Yes.
yeah, just if you're ever thinking of anyone who you think, hey, they need maybe a little bit of recognition for what they're doing, we would love to hear their story.
That's great. Dee Dee, one more time. What's the website that they go to or the email?
I care about our community at gmail.com.
Very nice. Thank you, ladies. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Dave.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
This Labor Day weekend, we're celebrating Bob's Discount Furniture's 200th store milestone with the entire Bob's family across the country. For more than 30 years, we've believed everyone deserves the home they love. That's why we brought our everyday low prices on furniture, mattresses, and more to over 200 locations from coast to coast and counting. Not to mention free treats for the whole family in our cafes. Celebrate Bob's Discount Furniture's 200 store milestone this Labor Day weekend. Oh, my Bob!
Hi, this is Jill Schlesinger, CBS News business analyst, certified financial planner, and the host of the Jill on Money podcast. This is the show where your money is not scary. It's a show that's all about you. It's your questions that make it possible for me to provide unconventional and entertaining insights on your money, and more importantly, on your life. Listen and follow Jill on Money on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-969-0686 and you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-969-0686. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-969-0686 now to secure your $10 Gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-969-0686.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius, or two half geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
You guys, Glover here. August is Pet Appreciation Month. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $129, 15% off pet odor treatments, and take $50 off your air duct cleaning. Book online at ZeroResSTL.com or call 314-474-2020.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fira Capital Management for Your Retirement Highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
1120 AM, 1041 FM, and streaming on the Odyssey app. KMOX is with you, however you listen, wherever you listen.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 1041 KMOX. Happy National Radio Day. 2/19. Happy Wednesday. Want to do DGS Happy Hour?
Would love to.
I love DGS Happy Hour. Andrew, why don't you start us off?
Okie dokie.
Let's talk about hammocks.
Yeah.
I actually do have a hammock question,
Okay.
if that doesn't throw things off too bad.
Please.
Is it an indoor-only hammock?
No, I don't think
So-
those exist.
Why don't you put it out with your patio stuff?
Well, because I don't have myself a patio.
But I thought you were a patio guy.
I am a patio guy, but it's a patio that's like a block away.
Oh,
so
it's
I'd have to.
Is it your father's patio?
Yeah. So I'd have to lug this stupid hammock all the way down
Just
there.
once.
Yeah, but then it's like, but then that creates its own problem, right? Because it's like if it's outside, it's gonna get rained on.
Yeah.
It's gonna get whatever else, and I don't feel like this particular hammock would stand up well to being rained on.
I don't know. If I have anything to say about this, you walking that hammock down to your dad shirtless just makes me happy.
And I would be shirtless. 'Cause it's not a big deal.
Just like that's the easy part.
You're right.
You really have normalized that for people.
It's because it's a normal thing.
You might get the next iCare award.
You're the only person who thinks it's weird.
I
Everybody
did
else
see a
is
guy.
like, this is
I was
fine.
driving home yesterday and I saw a guy walking, because it's one thing when someone's running, as we have established. I saw a guy just walking with no shirt.
When it's hot out, I see it for a fair amount.
There's a guy that walks. He's got 3 extremely tiny little Chihuahua dogs, and he walks
Didn't
them.
know where that was going.
He walks them in my neighborhood without a shirt on, and I think it's more weird because it's just like it doesn't matter if it's like 60 or 90.
He's not wearing a shirt.
He's not wearing a shirt.
I
And he's
get
got
you.
these little
I get you.
dogs. So it's like that one's almost a little weird. He's like crossed the threshold where
There's
it's
a lot
like
going on.
Yeah, if you aren't wearing a shirt like a couple times or once or when it's extremely hot, it's like, oh yeah, who cares? The guy's not wearing a shirt. But when you're never wearing a shirt, that like loops back around to being a little strange.
It's a pretty common thing in suburban land.
It's a
like
common
people
thing in
doing yard
suburban
work.
land.
You know, you're doing the lawn and people, I see it a lot.
But like always walking the little dog in the same like walking your 3 little dogs uniform of like khaki shorts with just a little bit of space between the like top of the short and the underwear, so you can like just kind of see his boxers.
Man, you're really watching this guy.
And I see him every day. I see it. He's always wearing the exact same thing, and then no shirt. And
He's like peeking out the window.
3 dogs.
Here he comes.
If
he is again.
If you're listening, man, like you are actually for sure welcome to put on a shirt every now and then. It's not like, it's not offensive. It's just like strange.
So it's the dogs. If he weren't walking the dogs,
They don't wear shirts either.
But you'd be okay if he weren't wearing it. If he weren't walking dogs.
No, it would be weirder. I think if he wasn't walking dogs.
Just walking shirtless through the neighborhood on a regular would be weird.
Not just on the regular. Like there's one guy that I see like kind of walking, jogging, fast walking, whatever, trying to lose some weight, whatever. He doesn't have a shirt on.
All right.
I never see him with a shirt on. That's fine. But I only see him like a couple times a week. This dude is every single day.
Well, you got to walk the dogs.
Rain, sleet, or snow, like the post office. He's out there.
Dogs ain't going to walk themselves.
In the exact same clothes with no shirt on, walking the dogs.
How late into the year does he go?
I mean, like year round. He's just
I
never.
mean, he's not walking in shirtless in December, is he?
Sure he is.
He is?
Oh yeah, he's not bothered.
I
Seems
find
like
this
it would
hard to believe.
get
my
painful.
man hates shirts. I guess.
Wheeler's calling you out.
I'm not. No. I'm not calling. I'm just finding it hard to believe.
I mean, I don't think he takes long walks when it's December, but he'll be out there without a shirt on with the dogs.
That's a move, man.
Yeah.
Like when I say I've never seen this dude with a shirt on.
Is he built?
No. I mean, he's like skinny, I guess. Like he's not, like a fat guy or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're not like, oh yeah, shirtless guy.
He's not like jacked. He's just
Yeah.
like a
I saw
thin
a guy
dude.
today. I was in Frontenac, driving through Frontenac into Kirkwood, and here comes this guy jogging, and he was about 6'5", built like a brick, what house, shirtless. And maybe I'm just jealous, but I'm like, you're the guy who needs to wear a shirt because you already got the goods, and now you just look like a douche. Like if you wore a shirt over your giant muscles, we're still going to see the giant muscles.
So you're saying that you got to leave some to the imagination.
I think so.
You got to make people want it a little more.
I wouldn't say that, but okay.
I mean, why buy the farm if you're getting the milk for free?
Okay, you're creeping me out. But do you have a happy hour?
Sure. I just had it here. Where is it? Oh yeah. So I keep seeing TikToks.
Are you thinking of something else?
I was thinking of something else.
He's thinking of
sorry.
the shirtless guy.
People are reveling.
People are reveling on TikTok.
Yeah, that guy really, he's
without their shirts on. I am actually thinking about shirtless guys now, so I am a little distracted.
What is happening?
No, so I keep seeing people on my TikTok that think that they are. Do you know what gang stalking is?
No.
Yes.
Gang stalking is
Yes.
a paranoid delusion. Kevin knows apparently, where you think that everyone is after you.
Okay.
Right.
It sort of goes back to that thing that I was talking about, that like kind of solipsism that we all have now, where it's like the universe, I'm the only one that matters. The universe revolves around me. Every other person I see in my day-to-day life is like tracking and following and stalking me to some end that I don't yet understand. I don't know why they're doing it, but they are doing this to
Now,
me.
this sounds like a real
exclusively.
mental illness.
It is. And what's interesting about this is I just think it's crazy that we have these little boxes that go in our pocket every day and we do all of our life and business around that are able to feed those delusions of ours. So if you go in the comments of any of these videos of like, a person like filming people walking their dog out like if I thought that the guy that was walking his dog without a shirt on every day was like specifically doing that so that he could get eyes on me and report back to some unknown entity about what I'm up to. And if you go in these comments, all of the comments are people going like, same thing's happening to me. I'm with you. I got the same problem. I've been there. And it feels very unhealthy. It feels like very unhealthy to the point of like actually dangerous, because some of these people, a lot of times the danger there is that when you are having these sort of mental illness attacks and you feel,
Yeah, I never thought of that.
yeah, you feel backed into a corner and pushed to your limit, you can react violently at times. When you go, I have no other option.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do something.
You guys
about
ever
these.
seen on TikTok the simulations of schizophrenia? Where
No.
it shows you what it looks like to be schizophrenic.
Oh, no, I haven't seen
And
that.
it's just like ghostly faces everywhere, and it's really, really haunting. Yeah. But actual people with schizophrenia say, yes, this is accurate.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the gang stalking thing is fascinating because you'll see like a person be like, that car is there every day, and there's just two guys, and they never acknowledge me, and if I walk over, they drive away, and it's like, okay,
I'm sorry
but like, no, I mean, it's fascinating because they've been studying it psychologically because there are people bringing cases to court, right? And there's no evidence that has it happened to people? Sure, of course, right? Like, there are billions of people out there. It has happened, but if you're not a part of something that would lead to you being in that, it's probably not happening to you. But you don't know that because it's a psychological thing. It's not just...
I think I'm a little bit like that. Someone stopped in front of my house today, just stopped, and I'm like, this is going to be bad.
But you are a public figure. I think it's a little more normal to feel paranoia about that type of thing. I'm not saying it's always the right way to feel. I'm just saying...
This is kind of interesting. I don't have the gang stalking thing, but after 25 years of being recognized from time to time, I make eye contact with everyone, and I try to read them. Like, oh, is this going to be a conversation? No, they have no idea who you are. Just go to QT. Just keep doing your thing. But it's a weird way to live your life where you're constantly clocking things.
Wake up informed. Wake up empowered. Wake up to Total Information AM, your morning must.
Hi, this is Debbie Monterey.
I'm Megan Lynch. This is Tom Ackerman.
From local news to breaking headlines to weather, traffic, and the stories that matter most, we've got you covered before your first sip of coffee. Expert analysis, bright perspectives from the people you trust. Total Information AM, your day starts here. Mornings beginning at 5 on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Straight Realty has always been an industry leader when it comes to commissions, so it should come as no surprise that the recent Realtor settlement has only empowered us to continue offering our sellers even better rates. We now list homes for only 2%. Hi, I'm Christina Straight, owner of Straight Realty. Call me, 314-441-4444. Why pay more than 2? You can also listen to my podcast on my website, straightrealty.com.
Commissions are not regulated and are negotiable. Straight Realty is a licensed broker in the state of Missouri.
We take you now to Dave Murray's weather forecast.
The northwest flow has opened up, and we've got a stronger push from the northwest coming over the weekend. But it's not too bad out there this afternoon. Partly to mostly sunny skies. Not too bad for August anyway. 87 for the high. Tonight, clear skies. A quick drop out of the 80s this evening. 68 for a comfortable overnight low. Thursday, sunny and 87. 67 Thursday night. All remains dry right through the weekend. Friday, sunny and 89. Saturday, same thing. Sunday, sunny and 83. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Brought to you by Duke's Mayonnaise.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Missouri, get ready! DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is coming soon to the Show Me State. Later this football season, you'll be able to bet same-game parlays, money lines, props, and more right here in Missouri. Whether you're backing Kansas City to dominate on Sundays or sweating your basketball picks, DraftKings Sportsbook brings everything you want to elevate your game day, including live in-game betting, lightning-fast payouts, and endless ways to get in on the action, all right from your phone. And when we go live in Missouri, you'll be betting from home with the top-rated sportsbook trusted by millions. Safe, secure, and ready to deliver the action like never before. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code KMOX now to gear up for launch in Missouri. Be the first in line for exclusive promos and can't-miss offers. That's code KMOX in partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 and over. Physically present in Missouri. Eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook. Subject to regulatory licensing requirements.
So, not that you guys don't understand how marketing and advertising works, but just so you know where my head is, I never expect you guys to be persuaded to do something by me that you're not already thinking about doing. So when I talk about Triton Exteriors, I don't think anyone's going to go, wow, we should really support Dave and get a new roof, even though we don't need it. But it just sort of reminds you that, oh, God, I think we do have 2 roofs up there. Or if you're thinking about selling your house, or if a storm blows through, we're supposed to get some weather later on today. Anything on the exterior of your house, roof, siding, gutters, fences, just know that I put my full weight and support behind Triton Exteriors. Tim is the owner. He's a great guy. He was in the high-end restaurant business, so he's all about customer service. They're going to get back to you the same day. They're going to get out to you within a couple days at the most, and they'll get your job done as soon as they can. They're always going to be the middle bid, which I'm a big fan of the middle bid. Certainly not a fan of the highest bid, because I always assumed they're kind of taking advantage of me. But the lower bid can be more costly because you need what you need. They're going to cut corners. Triton never will. They're out of Webster Groves. They're a James Hardy Smart Siding Company. 314-717-1159, triton-stl.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial # law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Guys, Kevin Wheeler here. I want to tell you about 213 Complex, which you can pick up at supplement superstores. It's a really simple thing. It's something that just kicks the metabolism into gear. That way you're burning more stored fat. You can gain on your goals a little bit faster. And again, I always tell people, it's not a magic pill. You're not going to walk in, take these things and be like, yep, I'm where I want to be. Of course you have to work. Of course you have to eat well. But to me, it just makes it so much easier because you don't give in to cravings. And yeah, you know what? I still cheat. I still eat a dessert here and there or a pizza here and there. But I'm doing it based on a decision and a plan and not just because I see it and grab it and eat it. And that's where I'm getting the most help from 213 Complex. And it's really an interesting time of year, right? School's back. There's going to be a pretty straight routine, right? Well, routine is a big part of reaching goals, whether they're weightlifting goals, weight loss goals, all of them. Your routine is a really big deal. So you've got a really good opportunity, and to get ahead of the holidays, so you don't have to start all over in January. Pretty good idea. I'm going to try it this year. I've made a push here in the last couple of months, and I'm going to continue that push as far out as I can make it go. And I'm getting that help every day from the 213 Complex. So here's what I would suggest. Just go into supplement superstores, tell them, say, I heard this on KMOX, heard Kevin Wheeler talking about it. They will knock 30% off the 213 Complex. And, of course, you can find your location at supplementsuperstores.com.
Today, the Cards, the Marlins.
Cameron Total Access 445.
Cardinals Radio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Coming up at 3 p.m., we have attorney Brad Young. Brad is probably our most consistent contributor, as far as he's just always nails. Just always really, really good. Colonel Jeff McCausland will be on at 4 p.m. just to talk about what's going on in the world and all things military and geopolitics and such. You guys want to keep going with DJ's Happy Hour since
Sure.
all we've done is listen to Andrew rant hysterically?
And I've got more.
My fault. I brought up the hammock.
I've got more about the hammock. That thing is the burden of my freaking existence.
Can you take a pic of it?
Sure.
We need to post that. People would be fascinated to see the hammock.
A hammock with a bunch of junk on it?
Yeah. The more, the better.
Oh, I can put more junk on it.
Isn't that so true, though? Everyone, if you don't have... Okay, everyone out there listening right now, picture the place in your house where you hide your crap. If you don't have one, we're not friends. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care if you live in Ladue. I don't care what it is. You've got a room or a bed or a something where you're like, just throw it on there.
Yeah, you've got a guest room that no one ever uses that's full of junk.
You haven't gone through it in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lights don't even go on in that room.
No.
You just open the door and toss it and close the
because
door.
you don't want to see it. Rach, what do you got?
Okay, I have a couple things we could talk about here, but I'm just going to ask the first thing that popped into my head when I was preparing for happy hour today. This is because I was texting with Andrew earlier today about my lunch choices. And then I thought to myself, do you think the four of us could survive professionally and personally, just in our off-the-air conversations, without discussing food for a week?
Wow.
That'd be a tough putt.
It would be if Steve came to you and said, you can't bring up food on the DGS this week.
It would take an effort.
It would take a huge effort, I think.
Yeah.
And then just on a personal level, that's all we talk about with each other.
Yeah.
Well, it's what we're passionate about. Like, it's what we're interested in. I like hearing about what you guys, eat for dinner or, what you guys are having for lunch or whatever it is. I like talking about that stuff. It's fun.
Rach and I, just today, we're talking about the power of the habit of eating. Like, I haven't had a big appetite recently, and it doesn't matter. I will defeat that and shove some McDonald's down my gullet.
Yeah, you're like a cat.
I get to eat.
Mm-hmm.
It's 7 p.m. or whatever your time is. I get to have this experience.
Yeah.
Like Trish Gazelle's mom, she and I are very much alike, and we don't like leftovers for the same reason, because eating is special, and we get to have another special event, even if it's only Hardee's. Right? Like, I ate that last night. I ate that for lunch. I don't want it again.
I get it. Yeah, you're almost like a pet, like a dog or a cat. Like, when your body hits that time when you normally eat, and even if you're not really hungry, you're like, I gotta eat.
I get to do this thing.
I gotta eat dinner.
If you're
I gotta
always
eat dinner.
hungry.
It's dinner time.
Yeah, you are always hungry.
I am. I'm always hungry.
He's always fueling.
Yeah.
Like, there are very few times a day where I'm like, ugh, can't eat.
I've heard you say you're hungry while your mouth was full of food.
I know. I know.
I think I have like a DoorDash centered. I'm not trying to be flippant. I think this is a real thing. I have like a mental illness problem with if I open up a food delivery app.
Something's coming.
Well, no, not necessarily. It's more like the amount of time I will waste knowing I'm not going to buy something.
Oh,
yeah,
we're
you're doom scrolling.
Oh, man.
I'm doom scrolling and I'm building my perfect cart at the Cheesecake Factory that I'm never actually going to order, and I'm spending 20 minutes on it. And then when I'm done, I'm like, well, I'll look at Taco Bell. And I'm building these like fantasy carts, which thank God I'm not, hitting order, because it would financially ruin me to be doing this all of the time. But like, there's a weird thing, and as I'm doing it, I'm like, what are you doing? This is a huge waste of time.
Wow, interesting.
Get a better hobby. So anyway, that's my confession.
That's sort of dovetails into mine. So as everyone knows in the room and in the audience, I'm quite weird and quirky and have mental illnesses, which I talk openly about. But I've always felt like I was special in some way, maybe because of this stuff. And the older I get and the more medical information is out there, the more I realize my personality is just like a big jumble of side effects from drugs and mental illness. It is. Like, for example, I've told you guys many, many times and felt like I was truly the only person who experiences this, how especially in the mornings when I wake up, I'll go through these fantasies in my head, these scenarios, and they're all built around trying to make me cozy. Like, oh, I've been shot by an arrow by a Native American in the 1800s, and now I'm sitting next to a stream, and I get a drink of cool water. I'm going to die soon, but between now and then I'll just be cozy. That's called maladaptive daydreaming. And I just learned this. So even my weirdest thing, which I think is a complete Dave Glover thing, no, people all over the world do this. Mentally ill people, but people, But isn't that weird? Just like you can go to the DSM and just pretty much check, highlight, check. There I am. There's Dave.
I always tell people when they're going through something that they feel like is weird, or they're feeling like they might have to, a lot of times if somebody is like, I don't know, I'm going to have to do like legal action on this. I always remind people, you're not the first.
No.
Whatever your weird situation is, other people have had it too.
Yeah.
At this point in our world's history, of 8.5 billion people on the planet right now, and all the people that have come before. Like, other people have had what you're going through.
Yeah.
And
no, I'm not the biggest fan of AA. Whatever helps you get and stay sober, I'm a fan of. But I just don't like the way they do business a lot of times. Nick Sober, which we've talked about before, but he has talked about being in meetings like that, and there are a dozen meetings I could go to, and he's like, it's the same story. And that's what's so helpful is here's an 18-year-old person, here's a 75-year-old CEO, here's a 60-year-old housewife, and they're all telling the same story. That has to be very, okay, thank God. It's not just me. I'm going to have to find one for maladaptive daydreaming. I would love to hear one other person. I've never heard one person who does that. But evidently they do. They just don't talk about it openly on the air. So
Probably that's the unique part.
That's the unique part. Is sharing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Or in this kind of forum, not just like with the people that are in your immediate circle.
Wheels, what do you got for happy hour?
Well, we go from serious to not so serious. Saw this on Twitter yesterday. I thought it was really quite interesting and hilarious. So what's the worst casual nickname you can be given? So, like, you're in the workplace, it's somebody you don't really know.
Boss.
And they're like, hey, chief. Hey, champ. Like, what's the one that will, like, make you go, oh, don't you?
Champ would be bad.
Champ.
The one I get mostly is boss.
Boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, boss was actually considered the least offensive of the ones they used. So it was done by a gambling site, and they gave them odds, and that one had the longest odds of being the champion. So I mentioned chief. Chief was one of the worst. It was the third worst. People hate being called chief. You guys have other ones? You ever get called that, Rach? You ever get those names?
No.
That must be a guy thing.
Do you get honey, sweetie?
Yeah, that would piss me off, man.
It depends.
Although now it would make me laugh, but like.
I mean, I'm going to say 90% of the time it's coming from a good place, and it doesn't bother me. I get why you would bother someone even if it was coming from a good place. Me personally, especially if it's someone older than me says that to me in the office, I'm like, that's nice. They must like me a little bit. But no, I don't get like chief or like big man or anything like that.
Yeah, big guy's another one. Big
Yeah,
guy's
where did big dog fall?
No big dog.
Okay.
That's not in there, but I think it probably falls in the big guy category.
I love
like,
to
hey
say
there, big
call
guy.
people
That was
big
my
dog.
college catching coach. He called everybody big guy. Easy, big guy. And nobody cared because, sports stuff.
He's a coach.
Yeah. But that's like one of the that's like the fifth worst one. So there's boss, guy. Hey, guy. Who does that?
Yeah.
Who says, hey, guy? Nobody does that. Sport. Hey, sport.
Yeah, sport's fun.
I've never heard this one before, but because this sounds not like a nickname, but more like an insult. They listed pipsqueak. Hey, pipsqueak.
That's a total.
That's really
that's
mean.
that's not a nickname. That's a you're being a bully.
Yeah, there's nothing endearing about that.
No, but that was one of the worst ones. But the top four were fourth was Bud. Hey, Bud. See, I'm guilty of that one.
I'll do Bud.
I do
Bud.
too. I don't think that one's
There's
bad.
no-
Do you guys think it's bad?
No, there's no cruelty in my heart when I call someone
Yeah, like,
Bud.
I pat him on the back. Hey, Bud, what's up?
I call all you guys Bud.
I do dude. I do brother a lot.
Dude, yeah,
Yes.
bro.
There's no malice.
Chief is the third worst. Pal is the second worst, and the first worst, which is I don't understand how you can
Like
have
King.
Bud. I don't have Bud can be fourth, and Buddy can be first one.
Because Bud is a little more informal.
I agree.
Buddy is like, hey,
Yeah.
listen here,
Hey,
buddy.
listen here, buddy. I don't know. I those things, they don't tend to bother me, but I always. It depends on who's saying it.
Yeah.
I feel bad using them around the office sometimes. I just do it automatically.
Yeah.
But I always think people think I don't know their name.
Oh, yeah.
But I do.
I never use anyone's name, but it's not because I don't know them. It just, I don't know. I'm not a formal person. I like to just be like, hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
I would have did it. Damn.
Man, speaking of calling people dude, I wish you guys could have this experience, but none of you will. There's nothing quite like hanging out with a bunch of girls and then everybody's like, dude. Like you're telling stories like, dude, seriously? That's just like a certain feeling.
Okay.
It
I have
feels
a question.
really nice.
I have a
Yeah.
question about women.
Okay.
Like Drew Barrymore or The View or Real Housewives. There's an aesthetic to women. Like you talk like porpoises to each other and things
On
like
television
that.
and
That's my
certain
question.
situations.
Is that a real thing in life?
Yeah, I mean, I know ladies like that. Who
Is
are
it
like,
weird to you?
No, because I get what they're doing and I get what they're going for. It's not
Is it
my
genuine?
I don't know. It's not my personality type, but I'll put it this way. I think if I could fit into that better, I would try to, but I just know that's not, like, I'm not a Real Housewife. If they cast the Real Housewives of St. Louis, I'm not going to be on the list, so I'm not going to try to get on that list. I know people who would fit on that list, and I don't, think like, oh, they're so fake. It's like, no, they've got a thing
just doing
going.
Their thing.
Yeah, they've got something going for them that, like, not everybody has. And
okay, we learned a lot from the happy hour.
Why do the national tax resolution firms need the tiny fine print at the bottom of all their TV ads? Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm. You don't hear fast-talking disclaimers in our ads because the claims we make are 100% transparent. The Lance Drury Law Firm primarily focuses on one thing, IRS problems, and we're regulated by the Bar Association, and we have a AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau. IRS issues are serious legal issues. The Lance Drury Law Firm has helped thousands of clients navigate the best resolution plans, and we tell you up front exactly how much it'll cost. Tax resolution law is all we do. So before you send money to some out-of-town, high-pressure salesperson, give us a call at the Lance Drury Law Firm, located right here in St. Louis. Call today to schedule your free consultation with me, 314-260-6120, or visit LanceDruryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
It doesn't take a lot to make a big difference.
That's why we've teamed up with Jerry Kelly Heating and Cooling to bring you 100 acts of kindness.
For the next 6 months, the Chris and Amy Show is challenging you to spread kindness in simple, meaningful ways. No big budget needed.
Write a thank you note, help a neighbor, surprise someone with a smile. It all counts.
Let's prove that kindness is contagious. Share your acts with us by using hashtag 100KindActs.
Because a little kindness goes a long way.
If you're trying to sell your home, there's only one group of agents in town I trust. Mark and Neil Gelman of eXp Realty. My friends Mark and Neil have the best system, options, and strategies to connect you to the best qualified buyers, getting your home sold fast and for top dollar. Check out thegelmanteam.com.
Feel like everything's clouded by doubt? Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com. Our psychics are available to talk 24/7, and we guarantee if it's not life-changing, it's free. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Check the back seat. Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good, because every year dozens of children are forgotten in the back seat. Cars get hot fast and can be deadly, so get it in your head. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
It's the greatest pop rock of the 60s and 70s. The Happy Together Tour 2025 with the Turtles. Jay and the Americans, Little Anthony, Gary Puckett and the Union Gap, the Vogues, and the Cowsills. Tomorrow night, the Family Arena. Reserve seats on sale now at the Carroll House Furniture box office located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster.
Get ready for BTO live in concert. Bachman Turner Overdrive with special guests April Wine and Zebra. Roll on down the Highway 2025 tour. Saturday, August 30th, the Family Arena, a night of vintage BTO. Tickets on sale now at the Carroll House Furniture box office, located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Don't miss Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Wednesday. Wheeler's mad.
Oh, I am.
Hulk smash.
But so RFK Jr. put out a video on his official Twitter account, right? Sec Kennedy, so Secretary of Defense. Sorry, not whatever he is. But then he and Pete Hegseth, that's why I was saying that, because his is Sec Def. So they did this thing, the Pete and Bobby Challenge.
Yay.
So it's 50 pull-ups and 100 push-ups.
Okay.
And they want this to be a nationwide push to get people fit again, which, by the way, if we're pushing people to do more physical activity, cool. No problem. But, I mean, they're doing this whole video. RFK Jr. is doing it in jeans. Who does workouts in jeans?
He always works out in jeans.
Other than psychopaths, you don't got shorts?
He climbed a mountain with his son a couple weeks ago and he was in jeans
You got
and no shirt.
Sweatpants? Like, I would be embarrassed to show up at a gym in jeans. You'd get people be like, what's wrong with you?
That's his look.
Anyway, he did that. But then they're going through it. And look, again, RFK Jr., how old is he?
75.
He's in great shape. He's strong. He does good. But neither he nor Hegseth did a single push-up correctly. They were moving maybe 4 or 5 inches. You're supposed to touch the floor with your chest, and they're like showing off how great they are. Hegseth's doing pull-ups. I can see his damn feet are hitting the ground. That's not a pull-up, man. You're cheating. And you know the camera's cut off right where you can't see his lower legs touch the ground. Like, man, if you guys are going to do this and, like, dude, look at me, do it right. Because I'm watching the other dudes in the video. They're doing it right. I don't know, man. I just felt like a big look at me and then look at me do it half-assed. Because if I did any of that with a trainer or a coach, they would have kicked my ass. Like, don't be a wiener about it. You know, if you want to show off, then show off for real.
Yeah, be good if you're going to show off.
And a little more for Pete than for RFK Jr. Again, given his age, he's in great shape. Like, you can tell he works out. He's strong. Credit to you, dude. You're doing it right. But, like, don't do it in jeans. That's the negative for him. And then Hegseth's over here like, look at me, and I can't even do a push-up right.
You know what they'd be great at? Tackling kids who get on the baseball field.
You know what?
Field.
These guys would be the dorks that are standing there missing. These would be the dudes that trip over themselves and fall. Now, maybe Pete have a chance. He's not that old. How old is Pete?
75.
I'm going to say 43. Let's see.
Okay, yeah, he probably could catch that 12-year-old.
I'd say around there.
Yeah.
45.
Just, you know, like the whole thing, if I love the push. I love anything that's going to be like, hey, let's do more. But, like, if you're going to show off, then show off right. Otherwise, just let other people do the showing off.
Hey, I have people I don't like for no reason. We haven't done that one in a while.
Sure.
2 of them. Leaf Filter.
Who?
I hate that company. Leaf Filter.
Okay.
I just don't like them.
I thought you were saying a person. I'm like,
yeah, I thought it was like a Scandinavian guy named Leaf
Filter.
I don't like their ads.
Don't
I don't
like
like their
Leaf
attitude. I don't like they shame people who get on ladders. I don't like Leaf Filter. And I think I'm alone on this next one because this person is beloved. I can't stand John Cena.
Really?
Yes.
I like John Cena.
What's not standable about him?
Everything. He's just so obvious and I just don't like him.
Huh.
Yeah. If he worked for Leaf Filter, oh my God.
He's their new spokesperson. I didn't want to be the one to bring it up.
Oh man. That would affect my life.
Yeah, he's all right.
Disagree.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
Is it just like the corniness?
Probably.
Okay.
Just obvious. That's the word that just jumps in my mind.
Okay.
Everything about him just seems obvious.
All right. Well, I'm cool with John Cena.
But he's making a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
seems like a nice guy.
So's Leaf Filter.
Well, that's true.
Hey guys, Kevin Wheeler here. I want to tell you about 213 Complex, which is available at Supplement Superstores. It is the most effective and powerful all-natural weight loss supplement ever developed. Here's what it does for me and what it will do for you. Optimizes thyroid function, which gets your metabolism rocking and rolling, helps you with appetite and craving control. All-day focused energy comes with that, plus the reduced cortisol levels helps you get a better night's sleep. So get out to Supplement Superstores, tell them Kevin Wheeler sent you in. They'll knock 30% off the 213 Complex. Find your location at supplementsuperstores.com. MissouriBroadcasting.com.
Calling all future sportscasters. Sharpen your skills and learn from the best of the Missouri Broadcasters Association Sportscasters Forum Tuesday, September 16th in St. Louis. Join Cardinals beat reporters, broadcasters, and the legendary John Rooney, the voice of the Cardinals, for insider sessions on play-by-play, interviewing, reporting, and more. Then cap the day with a Cards-Reds game at Busch Stadium. Open to college students and broadcasting pros. Just $10 for students, lunch, and a game ticket. Space is limited. Register by September 2nd at MissouriBroadcasters.org.
Many people dream of learning how to play the piano. Hi, this is Kathy from Lacefield Music, but few ever do. And here are a few of the reasons why. I can't read music, it will take too long, it's too expensive, it's too hard, or I've tried before and I failed. This would be true with most piano lessons, but not with Lacefield Music's innovative adult piano classes. With Lacefield Music's classes, you will learn how to read music and play with both your right and left hand the very first week. And you'll be able to play all your favorite songs in only 8 weeks. Maybe not fast, but you'll be able to play them. Lacefield Music's adult piano course is usually $100, but only twice a year we open this course up to the public for the low price of only $29.99. That's only $29.99 for all 8 weeks. What have you got to lose? Classes are forming now in our Chesterfield location. Call 636-778-2070 or go to lacefieldmusic.com to sign up online. That's lacefieldmusic.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
How many of you think taxes are going to go up in the future? And if they do, who will be hit the hardest? Maybe it's you, headed for retirement. You've been saving in that 401k or IRA, and that money has never been taxed. And Uncle Sam is looking at that account like it's a big, juicy steak. What can you do about it? Join the All Financial Group for their Taxes in Retirement Seminar, Tuesday, August 26th or Thursday, August 28th at Fleming's. They believe a financial plan is not a retirement plan without a tax plan. Fund your retirement, not Uncle Sam's. Reserve your spot today by calling 636-230-8824. That's 636-230-8824 or online at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, this hour's news is sponsored by the St. Louis Aquarium at Union Station. We've got sunshine right now, 87 degrees downtown at the Arch. KMOX has learned that Sarah Russell is out as the City of St. Louis's Emergency Management Commissioner. She was placed on leave a week after the tornado sirens failed to warn residents about the deadly May 16th tornado. A report prepared by law firm Carmody McDonald pointed to multiple cascading failures at almost every level leading up to and even after the storm event. U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt is announcing the FBI will send a historic investment to St. Louis to combat violent crime.
Schmidt says this investment represents the largest per capita infusion of full-time agents and personnel in the country, but no information of how it would work is provided. Did he discuss those details with St. Louis's Congressman Wesley Bell?
We have not, and you know, as the former county prosecutor here, I would expect him and their team to reach out.
Bell says his fear is these agents are used as a show of force like he sees in D.C. instead of targeting the underlying problems. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
The Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services confirms the death of that patient who was suffering from a rare brain infection.
Missouri Health Department officials say the patient died Tuesday in a St. Louis area hospital. The Missouri resident was diagnosed last week with a rare and deadly brain-eating amoeba at the Lake of the Ozarks. The amoeba is found in warm freshwater like lakes and rivers and is fatal in 97% of cases. The state epidemiologist says the infection is extremely rare, but wants residents to be aware of the risk. Fred Bottomer, KMOX News.
The Muni in Forest Park.
The Muni's 2025 season is coming to a close on Sunday with the final performance of Jersey Boys. Muni president and CEO Kwafi Coleman.
There's always a bit of bittersweet at the end as you realize it is coming to a close, and it'll be a few months since we see everyone again, but it's a season we've been proud of.
You still have another opportunity to enjoy the Muni. This year's concert is next Thursday, the 28th, a pairing that you won't see anywhere else. Diana Ross and John Batiste. Target names a new CEO. Matt Piper reports it comes amid declining sales and customer complaints.
A 20-year veteran at Target who was its COO will now be CEO. It comes after its current CEO says he's stepping down in February. But some retail analysts are surprised the board did not pick a candidate from outside the company to turn things around. Customers have recently been complaining of messy stores with merchandise that has not reflected the expensive-looking but budget-price niche that earned the retailer the nickname Target.
Target has reported flat or declining comparable sales, those from established physical stores and online channels, in 9 out of the past 11 quarters. Delta and United Airlines are being sued over their windowless seats.
Passengers who claim they paid extra for a window seat but were put in a seat next to a blank wall filed the proposed class action lawsuits. Some seats on Boeing and Airbus planes lack windows because of the placement of air conditioning ducts or electrical wires. Some other airlines and travel websites do flag those seats during the booking process. The lawsuits seek millions of dollars in damages for more than 1 million passengers of both United and Delta. Neither airline is commenting. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Let's get an update of the St. Louis Business Index now to Stifel's Scott Bedell. Scott?
Thank you, Michael. Good afternoon, everyone. Similar to yesterday's session, weakness in the technology sector and specifically among individual technology stocks led to a continuation of the downward trend. The Dow Jones Industrial Average finished higher by 16 points to close at 44,938. The Standard & Poor's 500 index fell 0.25% to 6,395, while the NASDAQ Composite Index, the worst performing index on the day, lost 0.2% to 21,172. The Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index finished slightly higher by 0.2% at 1,592. Looking at stocks of local interest, Anheuser-Busch gained 1.33% to $63.09. Reinsurance Group of America up 1.75% at $192.40. On the downside, Edgewell Personal Care lost 0.75% at $23.37. Stifel Financial slipped 1.5% at $110.99. Finally, Belden Corporation fell 2%. They closed at $123.38. For KMOX, this has been Scott Bedell from Stifel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. For more information on our firm, please visit our website at stifel.com.
A nice little break from our summer heat wave, and a bigger break is on the way. Partly to mostly sunny skies. Can't really complain about this in August. It is cooler, the humidity dropping off slowly. 87 for the high. Tonight, clear and nice. Right through the 80s this evening, 68 for the overnight low. That's pretty comfortable. Thursday, sunny and 87, 67 on Thursday night. Let's take you through the weekend. Friday, sunny, 89 degrees. Saturday, sunny and 89. A strong cold front, a dry cold front coming through Saturday night. Sunday, what a day. Sunshine and great low humidity and 83. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical Plumbing. Right now, sunshine, 87. Feels like 89 downtown. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Jerry Kelly can install a new AC tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, even if we call it 8 tonight.
Wow, that's fast.
They're fast and they're good.
Mathematically, that actually equals got it going on.
Tomorrow.
JerryKelly.com. The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX 306. Attorney Brad Young joins us. Hello, Brad.
Hey, Dave.
So I gave you a compliment on the air a while ago. I'll give it to your face. I'm a big believer in giving credit where credit is due. I think you have become probably the most consistently good contributor to the DGS.
Oh, my goodness. You mean even more than Michael Lynch?
Oh, gosh. Now you're talking about the OGs.
Well, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that.
Did you know that Michael passed away a couple years ago?
I did not know that.
Very sad.
Well, but we could still visit his ghost.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure he's haunting me like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So Brad joins us, and we'll talk about different legal cases, and then he'll take off his lawyer hat and put on his pundit hat and talk about politics. We have quite a bit of both to get to. So let's start out with the federal judge blocks Texas law requiring the 10 Commandments to be displayed in public school classrooms.
Yeah, this happened this morning, and this comes as a shock to nobody, Dave. Texas passed a law that required the 10 Commandments to be posted in schools. It was to be privately funded in order to try to avoid government entanglement. But the court struck it down, said it violates both the free exercise clause and the establishment clause of the First Amendment. Here's why this is interesting. The Supreme Court's already decided this case all the way back in November of 1980. Exact same fact pattern, except it came out of Texas. Everything is identical between these two situations. But here's the difference. The makeup of the court is not identical. And back in 1980, it was a 5-4 close decision. And so I think this is an attempt to run something back up to the Supreme Court to see if a different cast of justices might decide this case differently than it did back in 1980.
So I'm sure you agree with this, and I don't know what the fix is. And I understand the reality of Supreme Court justices will always have their own personalities. They'll always have their own political bent. But I don't think the Supreme Court should be like Congress that changes every few years. It should be more reliable than that.
Oh, and absolutely. And if you look at the framers of the Constitution, that's why the Supreme Court justices were appointed for life. Because even if you read the documents, like all the papers that were written in conjunction with the drafting of the Constitution, the idea was that the Supreme Court should be more of a bedrock, that it would be not changeable. Congress was meant to be, at least the House of Representatives, was meant to be at the whim of the public because they have elections every 2 years. And the Senate was supposed to be more stable, but the Supreme Court was supposed to be the pillar of stability. And now I'm getting the feeling that concept isn't as well followed today as it was back in the 1700s.
So let's stick with Texas. I'm watching CNN right now, and the Texas House is debating the GOP redistricting plan. I'm curious about your thoughts on it, just on the ground, just practically, but then also existentially. It's sort of like if you're an offensive lineman and the defensive lineman you're against is cheating. He's grabbing your face mask, he's biting you in the scrums, and you have a choice. You can either continue to play by the rules or you can start cheating yourself. And that seems kind of like what's going on now with California and Illinois. Just what are your thoughts on all this?
Well, let's talk about the legal part, and then let's look at the political part. Legally, it's all going to come down in Texas to one issue and one issue alone, and that is, were the districts divided in such a way to break up racial minority voting blocks? And if the evidence shows that they were, even though Texas may claim that, well, this is all political, not racial, but if the reality is it's racial districts that are being busted up, if that's the case, even the Supreme Court today, given its current makeup, will strike that down. So that's the reality of what's happening in Texas. Now, greater issue here, it seems to me rather disingenuous for both Illinois and California to say, shame on you, Texas. This gerrymandering is terrible. And in response, we're going to gerrymander even more, even though we're two of the most gerrymandered states in the country. It seems very disingenuous. If someone does something wrong, at least in the realm of politics or law, it's not fixed by doing more wrong things. It's fixed by stop doing the bad things, to put it in very simple terms. And I think that's what the difficulty that California and Illinois has, because they're essentially saying, Texas, you're terrible, so we're going to be more terrible. And I don't know that that's the solution.
Well, but the other solution is you just keep getting your butt kicked and you'll never have the position you have now.
Well, no, I don't agree with that, Wheels.
I mean, if you're
think
losing
position-
seats,
Right.
then you're not going to get back to a position where you can correct this. And by the way, I hate it all. This should all be done by pure mathematics and nothing else.
Sure.
But that the tactical question would be, because you're hearing it from Texas. Texas is saying, well, we're doing this because California did it or because Illinois did it, and you get this never-ending back and forth. But if you're the only one that takes the high road, you lose in politics.
Well, there is some truth to that, of course. But at some point, when you're in California and Illinois, it becomes extremely difficult to argue gerrymandering is bad, so I'm going to do more of it. And most voters are smart enough to figure out that doesn't sound right, to say we're going to do more bad things to compensate for your bad things. I don't know that that's the solution, and I don't know that rings true to voters. We'll have to see. Gerrymandering hasn't been a political issue like it is today in the past. So this is kind of a new issue for folks to wrestle with at the ballot box. We'll have to see how it turns out.
So this next one, Wheels, I want to stick with you here because it was on your Google Doc, is both legal and practical, and I guess that would be three things, and political. But can you frame the issue about the Smithsonian for us?
Well, I mean, so we have the Smithsonian is being criticized, and this was, I think, on a Truth Social post by the president for being, I guess, harping on or spending too much.
Making slavery seem too bad.
Yeah, spending too much time and too much of the resources on that. Now, I mean, the Smithsonian's huge. I would bet that part of the Smithsonian maybe makes up 5%. I wouldn't even think that.
Well, it's the
History Museum, right?
of African American.
Oh, I got you.
Yes.
And it's like museums are supposed to tell what happened, right? And the idea of focusing on the negative, regardless of what it is to remind people not to repeat it. That's why the Holocaust museums exist. Right?
Absolutely.
They are not harping on the negative. They are showing this terrible thing so we don't ever go back to that. And it's an interesting thing because my joke, Brad, was I don't think the president understands what museums are. They're not they're not pep rallies for the country. They are literally just telling what happened throughout the history of the country.
Well, I read yesterday that Trump had ordered attorneys in the Justice Department to conduct a review of the Smithsonian museums because of their portrayal of U.S. history as too negative and focused on how bad slavery was. But to me, this falls into the political category. I mean, let me explain it this way. Who among us would take the argument that slavery was good?
Nobody.
All right. There's not many people are going to take that political argument. All right. So we can agree that the vast majority of people agree that slavery was bad. And so having said that, to me, this is one of those Trump maneuvers designed to suck the air out of the room so that Epstein isn't being discussed, so that Ukraine is not being discussed.
That's a good point.
So that tariffs are not being discussed, so that inflation is not being discussed, because he's a master at saying there are 24 hours in a day, and if I can fill enough of that with stuff that has no meaning or no purpose of any kind, then that leaves less time to discuss more relevant and important topics. And to me, that's what this is.
That's a great point.
Why do we fall for it so easily? Is it that we're not used to presidents behaving like that, and we just don't have our sea legs?
Yeah, we're used to when presidents say stuff, we're used to, as a country, respond to that. Let's discuss it. Let's see how it's going to be implemented. But we've never had a president before quite like Trump in many ways. But in this instance, he has the artful and skillful ability to create issues that distract us from other issues. And a few years ago, I think it was during the Clinton administration, it was called that the tail wags the dog.
Yeah.
Okay. And there was even a movie about that.
It's a good movie.
I think it involved Kosovo. But in this instance, though, he is the best at that. And so we need to understand that when these red herring issues get thrown out there, it's okay to talk about it, but understand that it's as the Bible would say, it's wood, hay, and stubble. Okay, it's not of any great importance what he says, and so we should kind of ignore it and focus on more relevant and important issues.
Brad, you're living up to your reputation. You led me right into the next one. Donald Trump says that he's not looking so good to go to heaven. And so he's hoping that the Ukraine-Russia deal will get him there. What are the odds of him getting a deal? What do you think? How's it looking?
Odds of him getting a deal, what, to get to heaven? I got no idea on that one. Don't listen.
We got to call Fred Bonimer. He's our religion guy.
Yeah, that's a Fred question. That's not a me question. Although I would tell him to read the book of Galatians. It has nothing to do whatsoever with making a deal in Kosovo. But here's the deal with Ukraine. We have to keep in mind here that conflicts are not resolved. Usually, conflicts are not resolved unless someone wins and someone loses. That's the reality. That's why we still have North and South Korea, because nobody lost, nobody won. We still have right now this ongoing Cold War with China. Nobody's lost, nobody's won. Same with Taiwan. So as long as we're in this situation, can a peace deal be crafted? Well, they're talking about making it like Israel, where Russia would be kind of overseeing this area of land, even though it would still be owned by Ukraine. I guess I would put the odds of a deal happening at 30%, 70% not, because Russia does not have any incentive right now to do anything but keep blowing up Ukraine.
Okay, that's really smart. That's Attorney Brad Young. We appreciate it, pal. Thank you.
My pleasure, guys.
Tell you guys about Zero Res and the deal that they have this month. It is Pet Appreciation Month, not just at Zero Res, but all over. And so to honor you and your pets and to make it a little bit easier on you, they are doing 15% off pet odor treatments. I've had them at my house. They are very effective. They also have some stuff that can dissuade your pets from going potty on your carpets and area rugs and furniture and things like that. Also, 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $129. And $50 off your air duct cleaning during the month of August. I've been with Zero Res now for about 15 years. When I say that everyone in my personal life has used Zero Res, I'm not exaggerating. A lot of times people will text me and say like, hey, are they the real deal? And can you get me a deal? Stuff like that. And they just rave about how professional they are and courteous and what a great job they did cleaning their carpets and their couches and their chairs and their hardwoods. 314-474-2020 or ZeroResSTL.com.
I'm Kristen Press. And I'm Tobin Heath. We're World Cup winners, Olympians, and the hosts of The Recap Show.
Every week, we sit down with the icons, disruptors, and game changers on the field and beyond it to talk victories, heartbreaks, and everything in between.
We've built a space where athletes, change makers, and people creating the future of women's sports can show up and show off as their full, unapologetic selves.
Follow and listen to The Recap Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/try and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/try. Openphone.com/TRY.
Looking for a place to call home without all the maintenance? Check out the Towns of Linneman Park, new townhomes by Lombardo, located in St. Peters. These new construction townhomes are located on the south side of 36494, east of Harvester Road, and offer floor plans featuring 2 to 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a loft, and 2-car attached garages. Community amenities include a clubhouse, pool, pickleball courts, dog park, and walking trails. Tour our newly decorated display and fall in love with your new townhome. Visit LombardoHomes.com for more information.
There
that baby's gone!
Cardinals fans, FanDuel Sports Network is your home of the Cardinals.
That ball was mashed.
And there are more ways to watch this season.
Holy cow!
Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network to stream the Cardinals without blackouts.
How about that play?
Or watch through a TV provider.
Incredible!
Including DirecTV, Spectrum, Xfinity, Fubo, and more.
He got it!
Learn more at cardinals.com/TV.
Ball game! It couldn't have worked out any better for the Cardinals.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves by making Active Liver from New Nordic part of your daily wellness routine. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or at newnordicusa.com.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at lancedrurylaw.com.
You asked, we delivered. KMOX, now on FM. Crystal clear sound at 104.1 FM.
Welcome back, DGS 322. So, Rach, things have changed at the TSA.
Yes, let me get this pulled up for you, Dave. Couple of things you can't bring in your bags that I thought I would let you guys know about. I don't think any of us are any like real and present danger of doing this anytime soon, but it's worth a shout. So you can't bring cordless hair tools, so like a cordless curling iron or a cordless straightener. This includes flat irons containing gas cartridges. I guess that's how they work when they're cordless, or butane fueled curling irons.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't know
now
curling
I
irons could.
understand. I'm like, what? Why would those be bad?
Yeah, I didn't know those could explode. That's good to know.
You also can't bring the spare cartridges for these items because those are gas refills. If TSA finds these items in your checked bags, your luggage will be taken away.
Like your luggage?
Yes. Like they're going to take the whole bag and be like, sorry, this coming with us.
Wow, I would think this would happen on a daily.
Hair tools with cords are fine for checked or carry-on bags, so we don't have to worry about that. I think most people are using that.
Okay.
Because I was even thinking, like, man, if I went on a trip, even if I had a cordless straightener or something, I don't know if I would bring that, because then you're bringing two things. You're bringing the charger and the tool and whatever. But there are some weird things that it turns out you can bring through TSA security checkpoints, including live lobsters. They are allowed through airport security, but TSA says that your lobster must be transported in a clear plastic spill-proof container. And your lobster will be visually inspected at the checkpoint. So just make sure you have a conversation with him and make sure he's cool.
So when I just flew to Florida and back, I went through this thing, kwa-chink.
Yeah.
Are they seeing my stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're basically seeing
everything
about you.
Wow.
Yep, it's
no
real
wonder
fun.
they did a pat down on me.
I know. They were like, hey, get this guy over here.
Hey, we don't believe this.
There's something in there.
A random thing you can bring through are Christmas lights. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to bring through Christmas lights, but this article wants you to know Christmas lights are just okay to bring through TSA. Cowboy spurs are also allowed, but they have to be off your boots and placed in a carry-on and checked bag. So no spurs on your boots.
So if they're on your boots, they're dangerous, but if they're throwable, that's fine.
Correct. Makes no sense.
What if you have lobsters on your boots?
Oh, man.
Instead of spurs.
They've got
spurs on your lobsters.
Antlers are allowed on board as a carry-on or can go inside your checked bags, but you need to make sure that these antlers fit in the overhead bin or underneath the seat.
That's crazy.
Yes, thank you.
I could kill a guy with antlers easy.
That's what they're for.
Yes. They're literally for killing animals.
Yes.
Harry Potter wands and lightsabers are safe to fly.
Thank God.
So.
How else would I get anywhere?
Right.
And a magic 8-ball is okay.
What? Why? What?
I think the thingy there is there's liquid, so maybe you should
more than
do
3.4 ounces.
More than 3 ounces of liquid
is
in
that
your
still
magic
a thing?
8-ball.
3.4 ounces?
It's still a thing, but they're working on it.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything since a couple weeks ago. I guess, is that Kristi Noem
Yeah.
No, it's the other.
No, it's
well,
not.
the guy who was in charge of sending the confirmation email got gored by antlers, so he's
I know
not
they,
available.
Didn't they already, or are they still? Like, did they just say they're going to do the thing where you don't have to take your shoes off?
You don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah, they made that. That's like official, I think.
Thank God. That's
In fact,
the worst one.
You know, like at the TSA and Lambert, you go back and forth like Six Flags.
Mm-hmm.
And I was behind this woman and her about 8-year-old son, and she was just drilling into him. You got to take your shoes off and be ready and this and this. And I wanted to say, like, no, you don't, but I didn't want to be that guy.
Let them do it.
Oh yeah,
just
did you
let them
did
do
you
it.
not have to do it when you
No, I
just
didn't have to do it.
Wow.
Nice.
That's always been the one that just.
I did get patted down twice, though. That's not a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take your belt off, take your shoes off. Like, all right, this is becoming a thing.
Drop those pants, buddy.
And they looked through my wallet both times.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you have anything
No,
like
no metal, just credit cards and cash.
Just robbing you. Just taking the cash out.
Dave, didn't they say you had like bomb-making material on your Birkenstocks one time?
No, on everything.
On all of your stuff, yeah.
It's when Phoebe and I were going to D.C., and I had a paper license, and so you had to do an extra check, and the guy was a fan of the show. And he's like, I've always wondered if I'd get to check you, ha, ha, ha. Then he's like, got some bomb-making material on your Birkenstocks. Then he's like, we got it on your backpack as well. And I'm like, do anything you need to do. I promise I didn't make a bomb. And after about 20 minutes, they let me go.
That's not cosplay.
Some people hit the bars on Friday night. Amy, she's diving deep into congressional maps.
I want your review of the Talleyrand essay by 4 next Thursday.
I'm so excited. John Adams, Talleyrand, and gerrymandering. Sign me up. Friday night, baby.
Working for you. The Chris and Amy Show.
It's the wildest thing she's done on a Friday in 5 years.
Weekdays at 9 on the voice of St. Louis. 104.1 FM KMOX.
Hello, fellow Missourians. This is your Congressman, Bob Onder. My top priority is serving you. Whether you need help with a VA claim, Social Security, Medicare, or any other federal issue, my team and I are here to cut through the red tape and give you answers. In the last 6 months alone, we have returned over $1 million to taxpayers. Call my office or visit my website, onder.house.gov, to learn more. Missouri is my home, and I'm honored to serve you in D.C.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Tell you guys about Neovitin. Been doing Neovitin now for about as long as they've been in operation. Tommy and his dad came to me those many years ago. They were in 1 or 2 mom and pop pharmacies with Neovitin, the multivitamin, and we hatched a plan together, the 3 of us, to get them into Schnucks. And they went into Schnucks and Deerbergs and all the local companies. Then they went regional. Then they went into Illinois. Then they went into Iowa. And now they are, by all practical purposes, a national company. I can tell you from my time with Schnucks, with my Foxpaw company that fixed phones, and later with Walmart, that you don't get into these places at all unless you're really good and you can make them money. And the way they make money is by moving product off the shelves. People buy Neovitin week after week, after month, after year, after decade, and they wouldn't do that if it weren't helping them. So it's all of the nutrients and multivitamins and antioxidants that our doctors think that you need, none of them that you don't. Again, you can find it at neovitin.com or go to your local Schnucks store.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, we got a couple of roadwork delays on the Illinois side this afternoon. That emergency repair work's ongoing on eastbound 5570 between Exchange and 203. Eastbound 5570 is backed up onto 64, which is backed up to about Barack Obama Avenue right now. At least it's not across the bridge yet. Eastbound 64 is also backed up east of 157, most of the way to 159 in that construction zone. Southbound 55, just kind of busy. Gasconade Bates, but it looks great in Jeffco. Southbound 270 is slow at Page. It jams north of Olive to Ladue, remains busy down to 64. North 270 north of Manchester up to Ladue slow. Southbound from south of 44 to Gravois is a little heavy. Westbound 64 Kings Highway out to Clayton Skinker is bogged down. There's some slow pockets from McKnight out to about Spady, a little busy at Topgolf, and then from 364 out to Highway 70. Westbound 70 at the city limits is busy, and then approaching A to Z in the Wentzville area. Westbound 44 west of Antire headed out through Lewis Road across the Merrimack's kind of slow. That's from a recent stall. I'm Roger Brand in the Michaels Flooring Outlet.com Traffic Center.
Missouri, get ready! DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is coming soon to the Show Me State. Later this football season, you'll be able to bet same-game parlays, money lines, props, and more right here in Missouri. Whether you're backing Kansas City to dominate on Sundays or sweating your basketball picks, DraftKings Sportsbook brings everything you want to elevate your game day, including live in-game betting, lightning-fast payouts, and endless ways to get in on the action, all right from your phone. And when we go live in Missouri, you'll be betting from home with the top-rated sportsbook trusted by millions. Safe, secure, and ready to deliver the action like never before. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code KMOX now to gear up for launch in Missouri. Be the first in line for exclusive promos and can't-miss offers. That's code KMOX in partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 and over. Physically present in Missouri. Eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook. Subject to regulatory licensing requirements.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Thank you, St. Louis, for making Genesis of St. Charles the #1 Genesis dealer in Missouri for 2025. We know your time is valuable. That's why every purchase comes with 3 years of complimentary Genesis service valet within 125 miles. We're closer than you think. That means complimentary vehicle pickup and delivery, plus a loaner vehicle at no additional cost. Or want something new? We'll bring the test drive to you. Visit genesisofstcharles.com today. Based on GMA sales records for 2024. See dealer for details.
Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight. We are visiting with Dr. Premal Thacker.
I think the key is recognizing symptoms and not ignoring them to say, oh, I think that's going to go away. So I highly encourage anyone who's listening, if they're having abnormal bleeding or hasn't seen their gynecologist in a while, to really make that appointment to ensure that you're getting the best health.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, please visit siteman.wustl.edu.
Weather sponsored by Renner Garage Door, forward and back, RENNER.
Cardinal Cowboy here. For over 65 years, Renner Garage Door has delivered top-notch service, sales, and installation. Get your free estimate today. RennerDoorSTL.com. Renner, forward and back.
RENNER. RENNER.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy National Radio Day. Dave Murray joins us. Hello, Dave.
Hello there. Yay. Happy Radio Day.
Dave,
National Radio.
How long have you been doing radio?
I did TV for 42 years, and I think I'm pushing the 50th year next year.
Wow.
For radio.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
That's amazing, isn't it?
I didn't realize you'd done radio longer than TV. That's cool.
Yeah. Kind of got going. Well, plus I've been retired from TV for 6 years. So
yeah, that's true.
Almost 7.
Did you do any radio when you were on Good Morning America?
Yes, I did the ABC radio network, and I also did a station in St. Louis during that whole time.
Very nice.
Oh, let me think of what it was. What was the easy listening station back then? Worth, yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that brings back memories.
Worked for a great guy, though. And he said, no, you're going to New York? Don't care. Keep doing the weather for us.
Any show you've been on longer than this one, Dave?
Radio-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, not even close.
Cool.
Not even close.
That's cool.
That better be the answer.
He's like, the Mark Reardon Show, and it's been a delight.
So I was telling the guys, I walked out this morning about 6:30 in the morning to take my trash out, and it was physically jarring how pleasant it was.
Yes, and the humidity was still kind of up this morning. Not but when the temperature's down, it feels okay. We've just got some amazing weather. Can I tell a quick TSA story for you? You were talking about that.
Please.
First of all the folks at St. Louis are fantastic. But when they see me coming, it's like, all right. And you're thinking, well, I'm going to breeze through this. No, they want to talk. They want to check everything, but they want to talk. Same kind of thing. I have what's called a Fitzroy barometer. It's a very old antique barometer. It's got all kinds of liquids in it and stuff. Did not bring that through. But in order to put it on a wall, you don't want the thing to fall. It's about 4 feet tall.
Okay.
It's kind of narrow, but about 4. And I had a nail in my carry-on, and the nail was about 8 inches, maybe 7 inches long. I forgot it was in there. And so they said, hey, is this your bag? Yes. Okay, we got to take a look at this thing. And they just tore through this thing. They couldn't find anything in it. And then finally, deep down in a pocket, they pulled this nail out. The guy goes, what is this? And why are you carrying this? They went, oh, it's for the barometer. I forgot all about it.
Did they let you keep it?
It's not anymore. Oh, no. I said, we are going to keep that.
Man,
you could do some damage with that thing.
I've told the story before, but I have to tell it again. When Phoebe and I were coming back from D.C., and I only say African-American because it kind of sets the stage. An African-American gentleman, very well dressed, was in front of us, and he had a keepsake pocket knife. And they took it from him. And while he was still standing there, sort of mumbling and grumbling and putting his stuff back in his bag, Phoebe was caught with a pair of scissors. And I'm not talking about the kind from kindergarten. I mean a full pair of scissors. And she's like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. And the guy's like, it's okay. It's okay. You can keep these. And the guy with the pocket knife looks at me and I look at him. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is crazy. But, yeah, evidently you can have scissors up to like 4-5 inches.
Yeah, 4 inches. I'm looking at the TSA website now.
I think anything over 5, you can actually get to the heart.
Okay, like the scissors and the antlers, like it's.
Are we really thinking this through?
Right. I feel like we're losing the plot on some of this. Like these things are just as dangerous as any pocket knife
First
or whatever.
All, if I'm on a flight and someone pulls out a gun, I'm very frightened, but not as frightened if someone pulls out a pair of antlers.
That's horror movie stuff.
I don't want to be antlered.
Oh. Yes.
You could take out half the plane with those.
Oh, now Kevin's going to talk about how you can easily disarm somebody of antlers if you go for the wrist and then the whatever.
A lot easier than if they have a gun.
There we go.
They have a gun.
I'm not actually certain that's true.
No, it's true. Good God.
That is the most exasperated I've ever seen Kevin.
There are countless tutorials on the internet of how to disarm people in self-defense situations of guns.
Not about antlers.
Not about antlers.
Not about barometer nails.
Here's what you
Not
do.
about barometer nails or skizzers.
You knock the thing out of their hand and then you punch them in the face.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot we were on the show with Superman.
I mean, I can't believe
I forgot Ginger John Wick is here to easily save everyone on this plane.
You know what you do? Stay away from the pointy side.
Mark Wahlberg. Oh, would have gone down differently if I'd been there.
Stay away from the pointy side. Good God, man. I'm going to come threaten you with a branch from a tree next.
Just to
Well, if it's a real bad switch. I mean, the guy stood up on a plane with a switch and said, I'm taking over this plane. I'm like, yes, Captain.
Yes, sir.
It's all yours, buddy.
I don't want none of that.
Just eyes down. I don't see nothing.
Don't
see
switch me.
nothing.
Man, I wish he had a gun.
I know how to get one of those out of his hand.
Oh, my God.
I can't do nothing about a switch.
If you have a flight coming up and this antler conversation is confusing you as to what you can bring on the plane, go to TSA.gov. They have like an index of what you can bring on the plane. You can even search specific items like anything.
Big
you
rack
can
of
search for it.
antlers.
Yeah, you can
As
also
long as it
download
fits
an
in the
app on your
overhead.
phone.
Yeah, as long as it fits in the overhead.
It's got to fit in the overhead, otherwise it can't come.
Yeah, you can't hold it on your lap the whole time.
No, that'd be creepy.
That'd be crazy.
So, Dave, how great's it going to get for the weekend?
We've had one cool front come through, and it's just kind of busting the summer heat back, getting us a touch below average, but we're 85 tomorrow. Really comfortable day, beautiful day. 67 on Thursday night. Friday and Saturday, we warm up a little bit. We're ahead of this stronger cold front. 89 on Friday and again on Saturday. Still easy to take. The humidity is not going to come surging back on us. It's a dry front coming through Saturday evening. Sunday is sunny and a high of 83. We fall back into the 50s, upper 50s on Sunday night, and we stay in the 70s for high temperatures on Monday, probably on Tuesday. That'll be the coolest weather we've had since last May. Fall forecast tomorrow, right at this time.
Sweet.
September,
Can't wait.
October, November.
Dave, I hesitate to ask this, but I'm compelled to. Do we see any more horrible heat? Do we see it out there yet, or is it just we know it's going to happen?
What is it? It's the 20th of August. We still have, at least 2 or 3 weeks to go before we get out of that. But look at it this way: is that we take out almost all of next week.
That
right. Helps.
That's right.
And as we get into the fall season, now September can be hot, but we get into the fall season, it's hard for us to get above like 95 degrees. It's just hard because the daylight is losing so quickly.
Dave, how about moisture? My yard is just done, and I haven't
How
been
about
watering
it, big boy?
Yeah, how about it? Like, are we gonna be getting some rain here anytime?
Well, we've kind of established. There's been a lot of rain around, but it's all been in the form of these thunderstorms. Some folks are saying, "No, stop it with the rain." I've had like 5 inches of rain in the last week. Other folks have not had a drop. It just depends on what you have. If you have zoysia grass is loving this stuff. If you have cool season, which I think we've established
we
do,
yes,
it's got to cool back. This cool spell coming up is going to help that grass, and I would probably give it some water, just to say, okay, we're getting ready to go into fall.
Fair enough.
But you don't want to rush it. You don't want to rush the root system to say, oh, I'm ready to go, and then we get another little heat wave.
Yeah. Headlines, Rach.
Brought to you by Schnucks. Reward yourself daily with the Schnucks Rewards app. Let's give a quick shout out to Jamie, though. She says, I'm listening to the podcast. My 20-year-old son listens to the DGS every day to and from school. He listens now from Kansas.
Sweet.
Hashtag
All
we
right.
get it. I think I met Jamie at a Operation Food Search remote at Artie's.
Very cool.
Thanks for listening to the show, Jamie. All right, headlines. Let's see here. Oh, another thing I wanted to let you guys know, KMOX is partnering with the American Red Cross to do a blood drive tomorrow from 2 to 7 p.m. at multiple locations in the St. Louis metro area. The O'Fallon Family YMCA, the American Legion Post 365 in Collinsville, Merrimack Arnold Elks in Imperial, the Point at Baldwin Commons, and the downtown Belleville YMCA, and a couple more locations. I'm not going to keep listing them off. Go to KMOX.com to
Wonderful
hear
thing
more
to do.
information.
Wonderful
Absolutely. Okay, Delta and United are being sued over windowless window seats. That seems pretty important that your window seat has a window. The class action suit seeks millions of dollars for damages for over 1 million passengers who say they paid extra for window seats and didn't get a window.
Wait, you got to pay extra for window seats?
In some cases, yeah.
Never knew that.
Didn't either.
Yes, and the airlines do not disclose the fact that there is no window at your window seat during the booking process. It just comes down to the placement of the components in the plane. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Passengers argue that they would not have selected or paid extra for windowless seats if they had known.
You know what? If I pay for a window seat and I get there and there's no window, you know what that is?
It's a headrest.
It's an antlering.
Watch out.
Don't make me get my antler.
That was the final straw. Let's see. Let's skip ahead here. McDonald's is going to slash combo meal prices by 15%. This is in response to customer feedback about how high their menu prices have gotten. The chain also says they will offer financial support to franchisees who agree to lower prices. The changes are set to take effect next month. They also plan to introduce new combo deals, including a $5 breakfast option and an $8 Big Mac and McNugget special.
So what's I only order on the app, so I don't know what like the combos typically are because I just get whatever my special offer of the day is.
Mm-hmm.
What's the regular combo now? Like if you just get like a Big Mac combo, like is that $10? Is it $9? Is it
10's fair?
Yeah, like between $9 and $11,
Okay.
I would say.
Okay.
I mean, it's not what we're used to. Like
On DoorDash, it's like 13.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotten pricey. I'm glad they're addressing it. on some level, but I think they're only doing that because the consumers have spoken. It's
They did this like 2 years ago.
Yeah, they're going to keep doing it. When things are good, they rack.
Remember when they got caught with a
up?
$19 Big Mac meal somewhere, and then they backed it down. Now they're back up.
Was it them or who? One of the chains? I don't know if it was them that was during COVID. It was like, yeah, we can pretty much jack up prices now because everybody's got the excuse. Somebody said that on like a conference call,
right?
And I forget. It may not have been them. It might have been somebody else.
Not to turn this into fast food news, but Pizza Hut is hoping a new $5 pizza will turn its fortunes around. It's called the Crafted Flats, and it's a single-serving pizza with a thinner and crispier version of the personal pan pizza.
I'm listening.
It's aimed at the lunch crowd. This move comes as Pizza Hut faces declining sales in the United States. Domino's, Papa John's are seeing positive results from new menu items and a focus on value. So Pizza Hut is hoping this $5 flats pizza will improve its value perception among consumers.
Speaking of dropping profits, do you see what's going on with Target?
Yeah.
The CEO's stepping down because they've been down the last 3 years. They can't find their ass with both hands.
I wish them well. I mean, this is crazy that this, if you would have told me 5 years ago, like, Target is going to be
on top of the world.
On top of the world. And now it's like, well, where are they going to be in 5-10 years? I don't know.
I just read about that today, Dave. So part of it was apparently them agreeing to some of the anti-woke stuff actually hurt them.
Oh, well, people have been boycotting.
Because they had a fan base of people on the left.
Community.
Yeah. So they made people mad there, but also they get a lot of stuff internationally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're going to have to charge more for that now. So they're probably not in a great place.
Yeah. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
Enjoy the weather.
All right. Remember, tomorrow is the fall forecast. Tell you guys about Universal Windows Direct. And if you're wondering how I can talk about Universal Windows Direct every day, it's a challenge. And it's because they are so straightforward. There are so few moving parts. They keep it simple. They keep it reliable. They know they're not selling a sexy item. They know they're not selling a fun item. They're selling a grown-up, gotta-do-it every now and then item, but they do it very, very well. Their windows are made great. They're so solid that they give you a one-sentence lifetime offer, a lifetime guarantee, a lifetime warranty. They give you a 20-year warranty to pass on to whoever buys your house eventually, which is a great closing item in a negotiation. They're offering you buy 2, get 2 free. There's no limit. If you got 8 windows that need replacing, you only pay for 4. It's that simple. And the part I really love, you'll get no interest for 5 whole years. That's 60 months of zero interest financing, which makes upgrading your home not just smart, but very affordable. 314-334-2522 or universalwindowsdirect.com.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
This traffic report is a service of Anderson Hospital. If you're heading through downtown, eastbound 44 is backed up. They were working with a stall downtown at the Lumiere Casino exit. It's backed up back to Park on eastbound 44. Westbound 44 is backed up between the bridges. Eastbound 64 is jammed from about Route 3 over onto 5570 at Exchange where that emergency repair work's going on. And then eastbound 64 is backed up from 157 most of the way to 159. Westbound Highway 70, Riverview out through Jennings Station's heavy. A little slow approaching the Blanchette Bridge and west of Lake St. Louis out through 61. Westbound 64, Boyle out through to Big Bend's, bogged down. Clayton Warson most of the way to Ballas is kind of busy. Top Golf most of the way to Boone Bridge is slow. And then again, heavy all the way from 364 out to Highway 70. Southbound 270 is jammed from 364 down to Ladue, slow down to 64, and then Big Bend down through 44. North 270, Manchester up to Ladue is bogged down. South 170, Ladue to Brentwood busy. North 170, the Rock Road up to Natural Bridge, and southbound 55, the usual Gasconade debates, and Z down to McNutt. I'm Roger Brand in the Michaels Flooring Outlet.com Traffic Center.
Serving the Metro East region with excellence, Anderson Hospital is proud to be named one of Newsweek's World's Best Hospitals for 2025. Experience world-class care close to home. AndersonHospital.org.
You gotta love Schnucks. They are making it easy on you during this back to school time. Let's say you're running around, getting school supplies, taking the kids to the parent teacher conference, open house, whatever is going on. Don't worry about going into the grocery store because you can get your favorites delivered for free this month on the Schnucks Rewards app. $0 delivery fees on Schnucks Delivers in the month of August. You can order as many times as you want. The offer will automatically be applied at checkout. So that just makes things a little more convenient. Also, check out Schnucks.com or the Schnucks Rewards app for some back-to-school deals. You can get 2 times the points on some items that are back-to-school affiliated. Let's say back-to-school doesn't really affect you. I hear that. Schnucks has still lowered the prices on tons of items around the store. That means more dependable low prices for you. You can check them all out on the Schnucks Rewards app that I'm always talking about. Plus, you get 2% cash back on every single purchase. It's free. It's easy to set up. Download it today. It's the Schnucks Rewards app.
The legendary sound of the Doobie Brothers is rolling into town. Don't miss the show. Coming to Hollywood Casino Amphitheater September 4th with special guest, the Coral Reefer Band. It's a night of timeless hits, epic harmonies, and classic rock energy like only the Doobies can deliver. Tickets are still available and can be found at Ticketmaster.com. For more info, head to KMOX.com/events.
Hospital Sisters Health System isn't just in your community. We're part of it. Expert care and genuine support backed by a network that puts your health first. HSHS, connected to our community, committed to your health. Visit hshs.org/caring.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
For all station contest rules, go to KMOX.com/rules.
Oh, short little segment here. You know how we had the Cambridge Dictionary added skibbity, delulu, and tradwife?
Skibbity.
We have some more.
All right.
Chrono working. Adapting your work schedule to when you feel the most awake and energetic.
Okay.
Smartphone face. When an actor's face looks too modern for them to be believable in a drama set in the past. That's interesting.
I've heard of that before, and it makes sense with some actors.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 words.
Man-terrupting. Interrupting a woman when she's speaking, usually because the man thinks he has something more important to say.
Never experienced
Really?
that.
You haven't
That's so
seen that
weird.
before? You haven't experienced that?
That's so strange.
Yeah, that's
that
a new one to me.
I don't do that all the time, maybe.
Shalaborating. Explaining something in a much more detailed way than is necessary.
I do that too.
This is kind of the Wheeler list.
Damn it. I made the dictionary.
Hi, I'm Andrew Suntrup. Buying your brand new Buick or GMC has never been easier. Here at